that we can jump. No, not that. That'd be funny if it captured that, but no, not that. There we go. Jumping back into it. Back into Disco Elysium. It's been a minute. I hope I remember. That's like 4 days and I will forget. Okay. We've got skill points to spend. Everard wants us to get signatures. That's right, we left the door open. And we learned that the person that we are, like, scaring for Everard is definitely the lorry driver that's involved with the drug trade and the crime. Because he's got the, he had the, like, super racist mugs and the curtains, or the flag that matches the curtains in the lorry driver, in the lorry truck. We got him to tell Titus that we're like working for him. So we can go talk to Titus again. Oh, we can call Alice back on the armor. Today's Tuesday. We need to visit that guy that we met on the balcony the last night before 9. My gun is still missing. Everard knows my gun is missing. That's concerning. We need to find a functional version of this replica gun that I have. The secret blue door we're not gonna figure out for a while. We don't know who called in. That's right. We don't know anything about the tattoos. Oh, right. Joyce wants us to find the drug trade that allegedly is happening. It's apparently an open secret, and apparently it's a thing they do. We don't have any hard proof of that yet, but I believe it. I mean, Everard's really corrupt, but he also seems to care about his workers. I don't know. This is a very, very not great place. Put the clothes in the trash? Yeah, we don't know anything about that yet. My badge is still missing. I was hoping it would be in my coat pocket, but no, my badge is missing. Right. We died trying to open the door for the malignant entity. We haven't found any drivers that know anything about the smuggling. Where's the rest of the armor? I have to talk to Kuno about that. Oh, right. Kim needs to brief me on the case. How about we have Kim brief us on the case real quick while we're here?
Yes?
I suppose we could try. It's a white check. We can retry it anytime. Do I have anything that's gonna improve my logic? Let's see. Do I have any gear that'll improve logic? No, it's visual calculus, spirit, conceptualization. Oh, shirt that improves logic. Cool. I think that's minusing logic, is there? Okay, I don't... These pants I'm wearing just because I like them, but I don't think they're very good. I think we want to wear that. I have fixed all your stuff on my files, I think. Good. Thank you, Seth. I knew that changing it would cause issues, and I was like, well, Pa said I should do it, so, like, I'm gonna do it, and then he's gonna have to suffer fixing everything, but sooner better than later, you know? He's already working on stuff because of the, You want me to be bigger? I mean, I guess. I guess. I guess I could be a little bit bigger. But, I mean, like right now? Slightly enlarged. Yeah? Yeah, now my head's gonna be in the way of the dialogue. Maybe it would be better if I'm on the left side of the screen while playing this game because, we want to see. Yeah? Okay. But, yeah. Rebrand. Very small change. Thank you for the pets, Ronis. Oh, right, we were gonna figure out why the
Yes?
41st sent us. And we get 72. 72. That's pretty good. I like those odds. We failed these odds before, but I like them.
Look at you. It's
Hey!
because you're a failure.
First
They
check.
sent you to Slight, Precinct 57.
What? No, that can't be right. I'm a good detective.
Just think about it for a second. You're a raging alcoholic who showed up 3 days late wearing piss-stained disco garb. You weren't sent here to win.
Kim, what if my precinct sent me on this case because I'm a fuck up? Like a joke.
I've considered it.
But it's not true, right?
I don't think I can say one way or another. I do think it's somewhat unlikely, though.
Why is that?
I checked the records. This jurisdiction dispute, who polices Martinez, reaches back to the 30s. It's as old as my station. And all this time we can't decide who gets Martinez? I think, yes, both stations would prefer a win.
Do you really see me as a safe bet?
Safe? No. But you're old. You've made it this far. Something has brought you through. We've only just started working together, so I don't know what it is yet. But it's there.
I don't know. I did some pretty crazy detective work.
So no, I don't think they sent you as a joke. And even if they did, they are in for a surprise.
I think you should know that I can't remember anything.
No response. He just arches his brow. He's having trouble processing it, believing it even.
I really don't remember anything. There was drinking involved.
Have you tried concentrating on something other than your personal affairs?
There is a sudden, harsh edge to his voice, like he's tired of hearing about your personal affairs.
I'm afraid this is what should I concentrate on?
Try work. The case at hand. It can work miracles.
I'm afraid this is a medical situation.
Really? You look fine to me.
I'm talking serious, unbelievable damage here. I saw myself in the mirror and I had no idea who I was.
This psychodrama is unbecoming of an officer.
Clearly, he prefers to think you're malingering. He cannot fathom that anyone could drink so much as to retroactively erase their entire life.
Okay then.
Focus on other people's troubles, not your own. That is a relief.
Okay, forget it.
A moment passes. The
You s-
lieutenant glances at the sports watch on his wrist.
You seem to be following me.
Excuse me?
Nothing, just an observation.
You have a distinctive way of walking. If I were to walk in front of you, we would surely collide.
Okay.
A moment passes.
He's not giving me the debrief. I need a debrief, Kim. A debrief. You're not debriefing me. Or giving me the breakdown of the case, which is... I need that. Give us the briefs, Kim. Exactly. Exactly. I have it in my notes. He needs to tell us stuff, and he hasn't told us stuff. So when things inevitably go wrong, it's his fault. It's not my fault. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. I think we should call. I think we should make the call. We should find out about the armor. We should call. We should go talk to Kuno. Uh, what else? Um, and then I think we go back and we. Well, our pry bar isn't strong enough. Our pry bar sucks. All right, how far back did it send me?
Hola, Wandering Man. How can I help you?
Who do you think killed
The
the
mercenary,
hangman?
eh? Who could have killed him? That's indeed the question. Why even do such a thing?
Everett says Titus and the Hardy Boys killed him.
That's so. I haven't heard anything about that. But if that's true, well, he was an enemy combatant.
What does that mean?
He was an agent of the opposition, attempting to undermine our honorable efforts.
Oh, because he was a bodyguard hired by the Pines. Got it.
I ain't the murdering type, but that's just me. Large organizations like our union have all sorts of men, with all sorts of skills.
Okay.
He believes the Hardy Boys could have done it.
Understood. This has been of limited use. Still, thank you.
No problem. I wish the best to you in your search. Sure, I'm glad it's not my search.
That weasel I visited. Turns out he has one hell of a colonial mug collection.
Yeah, the janitor who gave me the key to his apartment said the guy's a bit of an asshole.
See how we're all busy concentrating on the racist mugs? That's what the ruling class wants. Oh, hi Just Pub. Thank you for the follow. Welcome on in. Surprise puppy in the chat. It's true. Surprise puppy indeed. You're having a good. Whoa! 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 Hi, Punky. Welcome on in, Raiders. Let me get you a shout out real quick. Let's see if this works. It should still work. There we go. Welcome on in, Raiders. I'm Shuppy. I just had a recent rebrand, but Shuppy. What we're going with. We're playing some Disco tonight. Disco Elysium. We're trying to crack this case wide open. It's going pretty well, I would say. It's going pretty well. Hope you all had a wonderful evening so far. It didn't do the... It didn't give me... Wait, hi, Telandris. Oh, Shuppy's good. Yeah, Shuppy's good. You can still... whatever you prefer, but I like Shuppy. Hi, Patsy. Welcome on in. I'm a little confused. My command is supposed to do more than just do the shout-out. I input the command wrong. Well, it's good that I gave the shout-out, though. There's that. You all should follow Punky. I don't know what Punky was playing last. Alien Invasion. Welcome on in. What were you playing, Punky? Like, my Sammy command did not help me with that, despite my attempts to make it do so. Like, maybe, let me double check something. Yeah, it's supposed to... That's strange. SAO last recollection. Oh! How was it? That is SAO is in Sword Art Online, right? Nice. Is it like a visual novel or is it like an RPG game? Got nuked by a mimic. Yeah, that happens sometimes. That does happen. hope you had a great stream. RPG like Tales. Oh, that's neat. That's pretty cool. I liked SAO, despite its had its problems, but I liked the game. Yeah, welcome on in. Thank you for the raid. If you need to get a drink, take a break, feel free. Take care of yourself. Uh, all right, the racist mugs. Uh, what do I want to say about the racist mugs? Post stream time, exactly. Exactly. Thank you. You too. Uh, let's see. Anna gave me the key. That's a bit of an asshole. Yes, his mug collection certainly represented antiquated social values.
Like I said before, I don't know much about this weasel, but the bossman said he's a real piece of work. Thanks for helping out, friend.
Okay, let's go call in about the armor and see what we are able to pull from the serial number. If I could walk down some stairs. I wonder where we can find like a super pry bar. Also, we haven't found the password yet, although I think the password's in the freezer.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge.
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you?
We heard back about the ICP. Have you heard back from the ICP about the serial numbers?
Yes. The armor was produced by Fairweather in their facilities in Betancourt, sur la Clé in 42. It was part of a special order for Corps de Pharmacie, a security firm contracted to protect the interests of Oranese pharmaceutical companies in the Semenine conflict.
What?
So, it seems the armor went to Semenine. That's where the paper trail ends, though. Even the firm has proven difficult to track. Corps de Pharmacie has been renamed several times over in the years since the armor was issued.
Do you know what it's called now?
The most recently registered firm that the ICP has been able to connect to the CDP is a military contractor called Trinell, and the one before it was Downwell. I think they might be the same contractor.
A suit of armor like this would have been manufactured with a particular person's physique in mind. You should ask for whom this suit was fitted.
A suit of armor like this would have been customized to fit the wearer. There must be a record of the person to whom it was issued.
Yes, but the ICP tends to be reluctant to share private sector records. I could try to talk them into it, though.
This is a fun challenge for her, an opportunity to contribute beyond doing her job by rote. She'll gladly put in the extra effort for Team RCM.
Yes, please do try. It's imperative that we learn whose armor this was, or yes, thank you, officer. I really appreciate your effort in this case. I think we say thank you. Thank you, officer. I really appreciate your effort in this case.
Glad to help. Call back tomorrow. Hopefully I'll have more for you then.
All right.
57's over and out.
In the cabin, you see a set of steering levers, a radio on a hook.
Okay, so we know that the company changed a bunch. I don't think that really matters, but we know that the suit had to be custom fitted. So whoever the suit was made for is our murder victim. I mean, that's interesting. Okay, what was the other thing? Oh, right, we were gonna go talk to Kuno about what happened to the rest of the armor. This is gonna be interesting. Hey, Kuno. Want to discuss the body with you again,
The
Kuno.
fuck about it?
Where's the rest of his armor?
Kuno doesn't give a shit about the armor.
How come?
That fucking had one thing majorly wrong with him. He's a fucking mutant.
A mutant?
Do you remember how he looked? Fucking growth hormone shit. He's a giant. The armor's too big for any man. Kuno doesn't give a shit about that freak armor. Kuno threw that shit away.
What do you mean you threw it away?
Kuno tried to get the helmet on. It was too big. Kuno kicked that shit in the sea, rugby style. That
You
shit
threw it
means
in the
nothing to
sea?
Kuno. Yeah, that shit means nothing to Kuno. Kuno doesn't give a shit about material shit. Kuno's a fucking monk.
Oh my god.
You wanna fuck on someone about that armor? Go fuck the mustached union fuck. The jolly troubadour shit at the gate.
What do you mean, troubadour?
Yeah, cocking boot. You know that jolly union cow fucker? Came around talking about cows or some shit? Came around pretending like he cares about cows?
What?
Yes, you met him at the gates. The one with the boots and the jolly smile.
Wait, he's talking about Manana?
Yeah, he's the one you want to talk to. He's fucking crazy about that armor shit. Coming here pretending like he likes cows. Trying to catch a peep at Kuno's armor.
Wait.
Curious, my liege. Why did Kuno feed you this information?
Oh, it's drama. I always love the drama bits. And you're just telling me this out of the kindness of your heart, Kuno?
Yeah, Kuno's doing charity today. Kuno Day. Kuno feels sorry for you two loser pigs. Kuno's doing pity now.
He's doing pity now.
Still, seems suspicious. He may have it in for that guy. Or you may be paranoid. That is also a possibility, sire.
No, I don't think he had it into that guy. Did you do that?
Fuck are you talking
He's talking about the rocks.
What is this?
Yeah, it's the rocks.
Contusion shit?
He says you're stupid, Kuno. They want to make you stupid again.
Contusion is a bruise. I'm talking about the marks of your stones left on the corpse.
Oh, did Kuno make your shit sniffing harder? Obstruction of shit sniffing? This is Kuno's kingdom. Kuno fucking rules here.
Fucking Kuno.
You hear the lieutenant hum.
Talking about
Oh,
something
testing.
else.
Get lost.
Okay, I'm on.
Kuno doesn't.
Okay, enough of the children. Kuno is a riot. I agree. I hate him and love him at the same time. He's so funny, but it's hard not to feel like, well, obviously he's a little shit, but he's also high on drugs. And where the fuck are his parents? Shit must be really bad here. Right. Oh, right. We know that Manana knows about the armor now. Let's go talk to him again. What the hell did Manana want to do with the armor? That is really weird. Especially if it was custom fit armor. No way, it fits him.
Hola, Wandering Man. How can I help you?
Kuno told me you're supposed to know about the armor.
The little boy had a good on his promise.
Promise?
To get me into trouble. To sick the pigs on me. Pardon the choice of words. Not mine.
What happened?
What happened?
I was asked to look into that armor situation. Official Union probe, you know. Track it down, see who took it.
Did you?
You?
At first I thought, why not? Maybe the pieces can feed the strike. Buy us a few more days under the sun, you know? So I went to this boy. He said he'll make me his prison bitch. He's got eyes everywhere, and the cop's in his pocket, and he's the king of Jamrock. Serves me right for doing menial footwork. I dropped that probe right then and there, and it still got me into trouble. One bad move is all it takes.
Probe into the armor. What did you learn?
I learned that people don't want to talk to a drunk Union man about some armor.
That's fair.
What else?
Not much. Technical stuff mostly. That was the interesting part.
What sort of technical stuff?
I did some research into this armadura. Let's say I have friends at the library. I didn't get into the material science, just how it comes off.
How does it come off?
In parts. 4 in total. The helmet was the first to go. The kid says he tore it off and kicked it into the sea. I believe him. The boots were still on the guy last I saw.
Wait,
Too hard to remove.
so the gloves and the legs? Or would... How does that...
So, as I count, there are 2 parts missing. The gauntlets and the cuirass. This is where I left off. Too much hassle. More like a job for some militia.
4 pieces of armor up for grabs, then. But I already sent the boots
I
away.
guess you won't be collecting them all then. That's less work for you at least.
Wait, what about the leggings?
Oh, they're just gone. They don't exist anymore, if they ever did at all. Forget about them. I did.
Going to find one piece of it. One is enough.
Nice and balanced. Some junior officers can take care of the rest.
Smart choice. It's only that one spot you need armored too. The one the bullet hits. Good luck if you go for those boots though. You'd have an easier time wresting the spurs off a boyadero than getting them off him.
Thank you for your cooperation,
problem.
sir.
If you see that kid, thank him from Call Me Mañana. Thank him for showing me the way.
The
He is
way.
sincerely grateful he is not tracking down pieces of armor right now.
Oh my goodness. He did help him. He convinced him not to look into the armor. That's funny. Oh, I'm gonna pop this health thing because I get the feeling that I'm gonna do something stupid like punch a door and then have a heart attack again. It's gonna happen again. Okay. Wednesday's not around. Body has to be down. Oh, well, that's not happening. We can't get the boots. We sent it to processing already. Okay. So where's the chest piece then? Fucking Kuno. Kuno. Ugh. Does Kuno know where the chest piece
Fuck,
is?
does Kuno care?
I talked to Anyana about the armor.
So?
He said thank you. He wasn't too keen on chasing down the armor anyway.
Fuck, okay. Kuno's a giver like that, yes?
Kuno sent your fat ass running around like jello.
Look, pig. Kuno sent you to rough some people up. Kuno played you. That happened. Now you and Kuno should move on.
I will remember this, Kuno.
You got fucked. You got fucked, pig. Fucked bad. Of course you're gonna remember this. Now get the fuck out of here, Grief and the Kuno. After this shit, you better have something real interesting to say if you want to stay in Kuno's face.
Hi, Sandy. Thank you for the pets.
Yeah, real interesting.
Kuno doesn't...
Okay, so the fucking armor is a lost cause. God damn it. Helmet's out in sea. We are, like, we're bent. I don't know where the hell we're gonna find that chest piece. Okay, wait. It was the chest piece and the gloves. So those can be somewhere. We just don't know where.
This orange machine is
We're
dead
not
still.
cracking that open. We're not getting that open. Okay.
A thick layer of coal dust covers the furnace.
Physical instrument. We have stuff for that. We have stuff for that. Physical instrument. Where is it? White tank top. Okay, that's kind of funny. Yeah, we really only have one piece for that. Why is it so bad? Is something... Oh no, our physique is just awful. Also crowbar. I am holding the crowbar currently.
A thick layer of coal dust covers the furnace.
This is gonna be a
coloring
hard
it
check.
pitch black.
50-50.
You muster all your strength.
Heck.
Your dehydrated, hungover throat can produce little more than a dry croak. A lifetime of smoking and drinking will do that to you. The chatter from the chimney continues on as before. You seem to have made no impression on whatever's up there. Then again, maybe it's worth actually trying something up there.
Maybe you should let your voice rest, officer. Try again later.
We're not gonna kick it. We're not gonna kick it. No. No. Nuh-uh. You need a flashlight, though. Okay, let's try the upstairs again. Before I come back and dip a point. We have so many levels that we just haven't used. I don't mind spending a point on it, you know? Okay, so there's that. That goes nowhere. What's this? Floorboards creak. Shoes in a puddle of melting snow.
An iron safety curtain curves before your eyes. This must be where the entity. This is directly above the central furnace in the cellar. The voices probably came from here. Again, your voice becomes a raspy croak mid-sentence. A sudden bout of self-pity
Oh
comes over
no!
you. Sire, may we suggest something? Think of the yelling into the furnace as a grand performance.
Oh! He
Use
doesn't
your
know about
chest
using your
voice,
chest
not your head
voice.
voice. Sing from the diaphragm.
From the diaphragm.
Perhaps it's not such a bad idea. Try it again, son.
We're doing it. We're doing it. We got a freebie. We got a freebie. We're doing it. We're gonna yell. We're gonna yell. We're gonna yell so loud. I went the wrong way. It's yelling time. Oh, it's tab to look at things. That's right. Okay. I thought it was like shift or alt for some reason. Okay.
A thick layer of coal dust covers
It's time
the
to shout
furnace,
hello.
coloring it pitch black.
I'm not gonna shout.
Another pathetic yelp sounds off into the vast darkness of the chimney.
We failed?
You're a little embarrassed you produced it.
What? We had a 72. That's it. That's it. We're doing it again. I
Thick
want to
layer
yell
of
into the
coal dust
furnace.
covers the furnace, coloring it. Something breaks loose in you. A mighty bellow echoes throughout the chimney's depths. The chatter of tiny voices above suddenly cease. Then,
Oh,
you've awakened the entity.
I summon the ghost of this doomed commercial area. Answer me, spirit.
Hello? Did you say anything? I can't hear you. Please come upstairs. There's a safety curtain on the second floor. I'll open it.
You hear a low rumble upstairs.
Let's go. We
the
did
sound
it.
of the curtain being pulled aside.
After you, officer.
Let's go. This game is so good. There's so many little tidbits. So many little tidbits to chase. That. Tray full of dice. Yo!
Hello. I'm Nia. Did you try knocking on my window? I must have missed you. I've been listening to my Milius.
Hermilius.
So what kind of die are you looking for?
Could this be the malicious entity? Perhaps it's wise to go along with this masquerade for now. She's got a direct view to the backyard. You should interrogate her about the lynching.
Must have me confused with someone else. I haven't knocked on your window.
Then how did you get inside? By the south entrance? You know what? It doesn't even matter. What matters is that you're finally here. Let's talk dice. Did you
hold on.
have something specific in mind?
Hold on. What do you mean by milieu?
Yes, a milieu is like a call-in station. You need a two-way radio to access one. That's why I have these. Mostly, they just teach you to swear in different languages. But some of the stations can be quite interesting. I was so absorbed, I must have missed you knocking.
Why are you asking me about... Wait, why were you trapped, Dice Maker? I mean, I guess it's a safety thing. Why are you asking me about dice?
I'm a novelty dice maker.
Also, hi, Silent.
Tell me the name of your role-playing
I don't think I said
system and
hello
I'll
earlier.
make the die you need. That's why you're here, yes?
As she speaks, her bone-like fingers fiddle with a ring. Her bones light, but her hands strong. Role-playing games? You know the one made by Fortress Accident. Does that count?
No, I was looking for something else. Answers.
Answers? How strange. These days people only come to me for dice and role-playing games. I'm not sure how helpful I'll be, but go ahead and ask.
It almost looks as if the stones and dice are a natural part of the room, growing out of the shelves like stalagmites. No falsehoods are present. She's a novelty dice maker and doesn't have anything to hide. Ask what you need.
Where are we anyway? What is this place?
We're inside the chimney of an old central furnace. It's strange, I know.
I really like the asterisk of this room. Aesthetic. Oh.
But when I arrived here, all the other rooms were taken, so I had to build myself a makeshift home. Besides, I don't really have to pay any rent here, so that's a plus.
Plaisance was right. There's an entity living in the chimney. You should ask her.
Plaisance was right.
Creative.
I've heard this place is cursed. Did you know that people call it the doomed commercial area?
I've heard the stories, but I don't think those stories are true.
Wait, how do you explain what happened to all those companies then?
It's just capitalism. We only hear about tales of success, so it's often surprising to realize how many ventures actually fail.
Plaisance is the one who sent me. She's convinced that this place is swarming with malicious energies.
Plaisance, the bookshop lady? I've heard that her business is doing rather well. Have the energies spared her somehow?
Actually, the bookstore isn't doing that well. There are hardly any customers and she has to exploit her own daughter to keep the company going.
Oh, right. But it's not just the bookstore that's still up and running. What about the whirling in rags? Some people say it's part of the building complex.
No, the whirling isn't doing well either. Its waitresses took off and customers have trouble paying bills. No, you're right. The whirling doesn't really look like it's cursed.
And then there is me. I've been here for 14 years, selling novelty dice to role-playing enthusiasts. Not exactly a million-real business idea, yet somehow I've survived despite the talk of malicious energies. Strange, isn't it?
Maybe it's just because she's so talented that she's been able to woo the curse.
Curse will get to you. I'll be the first to admit there are so many inconsistencies in this so-called curse.
I was just about to ask, what do you think? Do you think the curse is real?
Time has come to face the source. Fear not, for the forces of the universe are supporting you in this psychic quest.
Honestly, as much as I want to be the paracop, I'm trying to see that there are no curse. I'm starting to see that there is no curse, only business decisions and natural market fluctuations.
Exactly. Truth is always so disappointingly mundane and boring. But I'm glad we got this sorted out. Anything else I can help you with today?
That's all she has to say on the subject. She's been thorough and truthful, as far as we can see.
Okay. I don't think this is one of those games that's gonna throw an actual ghost at you. What do you know about the man who was lynched behind the whirling in rags?
Nothing really. I didn't know him.
The lieutenant looks at his notebook, then the woman under the large window.
Your window looks directly onto the courtyard. You're saying you didn't see or hear anything unusual last Sunday evening?
I'm sorry, detective, but as you know, I usually have my headphones on when I'm working. It shuts out most of the daily ruckus behind my window.
You often work Sunday nights?
It's an odd profession, making dice for people. But I like it, and I prefer doing this to sitting at home.
What do you mean by the daily ruckus?
Well, there's always something going on in the Whirling's backyard. During daytime, there are usually those kids. And lately, I've been seeing a lot of drunk workers hanging about. Must be because of the strike.
She's heard of the murder, but did not see it, sire.
But I never saw anyone during that fateful Sunday night, I'm afraid.
Yeah, Kuno's the daily the daily ruckus. I don't think I want to ask her. That's mean. Thank you for your answers.
She nods.
Anything else, officer?
You know what happened to the other tenants? Everyone else is
More or
gone.
less. Are you interested in anyone specific?
Oh, quite a lot of them spring to mind.
I found a strange machine.
Fortress Accident, the radio game studio.
She liked them.
They were an interesting bunch. We talked about role-playing systems every now and then. Once, I even saw two of them get into fisticuffs
Over
over
Wirral.
Wirral. They certainly took their work very seriously, even if they seemed to be chronically liberal with their schedules.
What happened?
The usual. They ran out of money and couldn't get the project done on time.
What went wrong?
Well, I did hear them talking at times. They seemed to believe they were historical individuals on some grand quest.
She sounds almost mocking when she says that.
From what I've seen so far, the project did look quite impressive.
Yes, but when the money started to run out, they just began to complain a lot about capitalism. You know, how the markets are rigged to keep out new businesses and so on. In the end, they just didn't get it done. They didn't have enough willpower to produce something truly historic, and to show up to work on time.
That's too bad. I would have supported them. The project looked great.
Not the wisest decision. You would have lost all your savings.
The result is 1 on a 20-sided
Oh.
die. The dice is black and filled with little silvery flakes, like snowfall.
Anything else?
Found the building's intercom, but it's not working.
Oh, right. I hope you didn't try to ring me. I think none of those doorbells work, including mine. I'm still in the middle of connecting the wires. Sorry about the confusion.
So you're telling me that you have a doorbell there? Which one?
The one with an empty name card. It's the last one in the list. As I said, it's quite useless right now. It doesn't work yet.
I have a few more questions about the building.
Sure, I'm listening.
Found creepy mannequins.
There used to be a fashion atelier here, but I have forgotten the head designer's name. They were doing well for a couple of years, until the insect rights activists came.
I didn't know insects had any rights. Or activists.
Yeah, the atelier didn't know it either. They produced a certain collection that used chitin among the materials. Apparently chitin is made in the Occident, where it's extracted from beetle wings.
Oh.
And you know how all kinds of political movements are big in the Occident. The activists shut down the biggest chitin supplier, which of course caused the price to skyrocket. And, naturally, all the most fashionable tastemakers refused to be seen in chitin from then on. The atelier went bankrupt before they could finish the collection.
I'm glad someone took care of the little guys. I like insects.
Really? Anyway.
Poor guy. Suddenly, you get a feeling that insects are important to the case somehow. It's hard to say why.
There was a terrifying taxidermied bear in the cellar.
Oh boy, the fabled Revachol ICT. You're in for a treat here. The place was owned by two guys who had some rather innovative ideas about marketing. The bear was one of them. Now ask me about their other ideas.
Indeed. What were the other ideas?
Alright, what about the other ideas?
There was really just one. And it involved picking out the prettiest girls in the neighborhood and paying them 20 cents per hour to man the booth. And by man the booth, I mean slump behind the counter with a face that could maim you if you ever dared to disturb their bored magazine browsing.
Fritte does the same thing.
I know a girl just like that. She works in Freet as a cashier and she's not particularly friendly.
Employing silky teenage girls is a widespread practice, yes. Unfortunately, they always come in packs. I'm talking about acne-ridden girlfriends and gorilla-like boyfriends loitering near the shop. At least that's what happened with Ravashow ICT. And they already had the bear.
What about the bear?
The bear.
Didn't work
Of
out?
course not. The bear was terrifying. No one wants ice cream guarded by a hostile apex predator. To make matters worse, the fridge didn't work too well either, and half the ice cream came out malformed and partially melted.
Ah.
Eventually, Ravashow Ice City lost the price war to its rival, Glacé 5000. Glacé 5000 sold caramel sundaes for only 5 cents a piece, out of regular fridges.
I killed the bear.
You did what?
I murdered it with my own bare hands. I unplugged the fridge to help Revachol Ice City cut their losses.
Ugh, of course they left it plugged in. Even in death, the bear is costing them money. The taxidermist who made it said it was his vision beast. He said he met his vision beast while high on desiccants. He called it Megatherium.
Megatherium.
Sounds cool.
Megatherium?
Megatherium, a mega wild beast.
What's a mega wild beast?
It's an imaginary beast that guides you through life.
Yeah, the bear is the fridge.
By telling you to do more drugs, mostly.
I don't do drugs.
Very good. You shouldn't do them. You're a police officer after all. Anyway, now you know the story of the fallen ice cream empire.
Little sparkling embers under the window.
Anything else? Another failed business, perhaps? I've been here for a long time.
Someone here makes stuffed animals? I saw mounts lying around.
You mean Mr. Fabron, the taxidermist? No, he mostly just did drugs. Anything else?
There used to be a hair salon here, right?
Yes, I think it was called Androgynous Orlando or something similar. They weren't a big hit around here. Turns out that working class men don't like genderless haircuts. They're scared of that word.
You wouldn't like it either. The others would laugh at you. A bit of experimenting every now and then isn't bad. It's not about the haircut. It's about the confidence.
What's wrong with a bit of experimenting? Customers should have been more open-minded.
I guess it just wasn't the time yet.
What happened to the gym?
It wasn't merely a gym, it was Artemitep's boxing club. A community project created to steer at-risk youth away from drugs and crime.
Maybe that's what Kuno needs. A community-centric boxing club.
Kuno? Who's Kuno?
He's a little ginger gremlin who likes to defile dead bodies.
Oh yes, you mean the kid with the sailor's mouth. Yes, I've heard him yelling profanities in the backyard. I think it would take more than a gym to help that kid.
And who was Artemitep?
A kind man, from Zemsk. I heard he had some trouble with the law when he was younger, and that's why he wanted to start the gym, as his way of giving back.
Judging from the kids I've met so far, it didn't really work out, did it?
It didn't. If anything, it made the youth situation in Martinez even worse. At some point, someone started a rumor that the punching bag downstairs was full of amphetamines.
It's not really full of that. No one would store their drugs like that.
Eventually, the coalition took away the funding and the club went bankrupt. This was a few years ago. It's gotten much more peaceful around the plaza ever since.
What's with the rotor blades and the skis?
They were made by a company called Slipstream. After they pivoted from making rotor blades to skis, their chief executive took off on a vacation.
Oh my god.
Honestly, I think it's quite funny. I think he's still sending out holiday transmissions from Tulula or Tumotiri or Hashtkor or wherever he is.
Why hasn't he been arrested?
Sure, it's illegal, but it's not exactly anything extraordinary in business. Besides, Slipstream is history now. All their remaining assets got seized by the bailiffs in 47. I have no idea why
That
those keys
was
and
4 years
blades are
ago.
still lying around.
They were just props. Why return them?
What's up with the broken windows?
Oh, this one's a mess. There used to be a company that promised to repair windows 24 hours a day. What could go wrong with this one, right? Turns out, the business was actually set up as a front for an illicit group that was producing snuff milieu. Who would have guessed?
What's the snuff milieu?
And they never cleaned up the debris either. Now it's just littering the hallway and I have no idea how to get rid of it on my own.
Cool, very cool about the debris. But what's a snuff milieu?
It's a sub-Rosa radio station that broadcasts real murders with real victims. Some people pay good money to get off on it.
What?
Nothing changes in her tone as she says that. As if it's just another piece
Insane!
of information to lay out.
Don't worry, the ICP has a separate division that deals exclusively with unlicensed sub-roses. This isn't our problem.
Good luck with that. It's not easy catching those perpetrators. Good. I hope it clarified things a bit. What else?
How did you become a dice
How did I
maker?
become one? It was a business decision. I was a regular jeweler at first, but that's an unfocused field with too much competition. Some of my friends were role players. They asked me to make some polyhedral dice out of cobalt. That was my first order. I grew it from there.
You like role-playing games yourself?
Not especially. I like working with rare materials and a steady pay. And role players as customers? They're nice people.
Some of those nice people have big bucks to spend on novelty items. She's thankful for the security they provide her.
Okay. Postcard. Postcard. Okay, we don't know the password. We can't open the, we can't open the frozen case that has... I think the password's in the ice cream machine, based on a note we read. But we can't open it because our pry bar is too shitty. Yeah, let's go talk to the lady and let her know that her shit is not haunted. It's not haunted, unfortunately. Copper zinc alloy dice? That's pretty cool.
You're alive and well. Don't keep me waiting now. What's in there?
The
That dark sarcophagus.
The dark sarcophagus.
Yes, yes. How was it?
Tell her how ghastly it was. You know it's what she wants to hear.
It was a charnel house of failed business enterprises, leeching life energy from this bookstore.
I knew it. Oh, such horrors that have been thrust upon us. But what else did you find? Did anything survive?
To the
No,
entity.
of course not. Have you located the entity?
I talked to the entity you told me about. Her name is Nihan. She's a novelty dice maker.
A novelty dice maker? Well, spit it out. Why does she need the dice? For some kind of sorcery? Sometimes they use the ankle bones of sheep.
Not a sorceress or some malicious entity. She's a businesswoman like you.
I don't understand. If it's not her, then where is the source of the doom? How did she explain the curse?
The narrative she's built herself, it does need tearing down. She's squeezing on the pendant too tight. A drop of blood in her palm. Just don't say you don't have any answer yet. The uncertainty is killing her. To hell with it. Perchance you ought to just lie, sire.
Instead, it's just capitalism. Bankruptcy is a quirk of our economic system.
Wait, what? The entire economic system is cursed?
Oh my god.
This is a lot for her to pass.
I'm afraid the only world revolution can help you.
Another revolution? I understand what's going on here. You went in there, rummaged around, and accomplished nothing. And now you're telling me these intellectual things to cover up for it. It's okay. You don't have to. I was wrong to trust another person. I will manage this psychic calamity as I always have. Alone. On my own. Thank you for nothing. Please, do buy some books,
I tried
or be on your
to
way.
convince her. I tried to convince her.
Wow. Total psychic collapse between you two right now.
Wait.
There was never any other way this could have gone. She's just too far gone into her own mind.
I am sorry we had to disappoint you, ma'am. Can we go now?
Well, we got a level out of those shenanigans, so that was cool. That marks the entity off of the our missions. Let's see. Oh, right, we need to go talk to Titus. That's right, we can do that now. Let's go talk to Titus.
Looks like the circus left town, but the clowns are still here.
Me and Everett talked. He promised you'd cooperate.
Oh, so you went and talked to my mommy, and now she's making me play with you. Is that it, lawman?
And what's gonna happen if we don't? You're gonna go and tell on us?
Very mature, guys. Everett sent word, right?
Yeah, I heard him. Now fuck do you think I'm doing here? You'd have your ass handed to you if it wasn't for the boss man's word. Let me state this very clearly, Capo. Hello, officer. I'm Titus Hardy, and these are my boys. Hardy boys. How may we assist you?
But having Everard back you up like that did seem to have some effect.
I found 8 sets of footprints, but there's only 7 in you. Where's the 8th Hardy boy?
What are you talking about, madman? There's no 8th Hardy boy. There's 7 of us and we're all here. Or what? You want to be the 8th Hardy boy? We ain't hiring.
Actually, boss, we've been talking and we think she could maybe...
She? So there's an 8th Hardy and it's a Hardy girl? Who might it be? Elizabeth? The gardener?
Shut the fuck up, Glenn!
Oh, it's the lady that's helping him with drugs. It's not Elizabeth. We know there's a girl in his life, but we just don't know who.
It has to be good if he won't let you pursue it. Looks like the lieutenant thinks so too.
So let me get this straight. There is an 8th Hardy boy. It's a she, and you don't like us talking about her?
That's right. We're not talking about this. This is a private Hardy Boys matter. Nothing to do with your shit. And you're not cops here. Don't go digging around if you don't want a bullet in the back of your head. I'm watching you.
Good. We are all watching each other. Officer, your question.
There's no point in pushing it further, he thinks. This is already a victory. We'll learn more about this 8th Hardy sooner or later.
Still haven't explained the bullet I found in the hanged man's head.
You still on about that bullet? A bullet in a hanged man's head. You're right, Copper. That is mighty curious.
Indeed, mighty. How did it get there?
Well, there are so many bullets in the world, and so many heads. I guess it's only logical. At some point, one of them bullets had to end up in one of them heads.
It's bound to happen again, you know? Just statistically speaking, of course.
Sire, it would be an event most dramatic if you were to produce the bullet and dangle it before their very eyes.
I'm gonna ask you again, why was this in the victim's head?
Wow! He's got it in a real evidence bag and all!
Why don't you go home and log it into evidence? These men have told you what happened.
I think the hanging was a cover-up for the shooting.
You know what I think? I think he was shot in the head as a kid, and his brain grew around the bullet.
Around the bullet, man. That's a good one.
All the goofing around is to avoid lying. It's a technique. They're only pretending to enjoy this. Beneath the act, they don't like you knowing this.
Don't worry. We will figure this out sooner or later.
Never been worried in my life, lawman.
It's not like you blew it wide open, but there's a little crack in there, somewhere.
Hi, Grey Wolf. Thank you for the cheeseburger. We got a crack. We haven't blown the case open, but we got a crack. Now we just gotta... Oh, thank you for my hat. You just gotta chisel away at it. I'm off for now. Thank you for the pets, Grey Wolf. Okay. So, I don't think we're establishing authority anytime soon based on that check.
I've got nothing to say to you. Why are you wasting your time?
Because I want to talk to you, not Titus.
What you want is of no significance, officer. Don't test your authority. In Martinez, you are no one.
Isabel and Lillian in the nameless fishing village down the coast to sign Everard's document. How do we get down to the nameless fishing village? The water gate's broken. How many skill points do I have? I think we should use one to unlock one, yeah. And we should... We're rebuilding communism. Is there like a map? There is. So we're here. That's the bridge. That's broken. Wait. Is there a way around? That's the statue. That's the boat. Either's fine, Grey Wolf. Like, Dono's like more close to like a name, and Shuppy's more like, I don't know. I'm Shuppy. Backyard wall. Azure head. Tipping dock worker. Or the door. All of these are very challenging checks. I think There's gotta be a way to get past. I don't give a shit. I'm a little shuppy. A little shup. I will shup you up. Martinet waterfront. There has to be a way around. Without the water bridge. This is the way to the boat. Okay, so we gotta go back. We gotta go back. We gotta go back. Wait, we just had a copy of the map. What? What? We just had a copy of the map. Where'd it go? We just had a map. Where'd it go? So this is the way to the water gate. Oh, what's this? River. So this is the bridge that's up. Water gate is broken. So there's gotta be a way around. I'm just not seeing. I have anything else to say to this
Still
guy?
here. Stuck.
Bye. This is just a dumb statue. There's nothing this way. Ugh. Is there anything this way? No, just old lady. Okay. Gotta be somewhere I can go. You know, Grey Wolf, you know what they say? You can't tune a fish, but you can tune a piano. So she's still there. I don't have any news on the drugs. But maybe I can talk to her.
Good. What can I help you with?
I spoke with the lawyer at the roundabout.
On the contrary, officer. There are yet camionneurs you have not talked to. And don't look so surprised. In a time like this, it would be strange if Wild
Wait, who haven't I
didn't
talked
have eyes
to?
on the harbour. I suggest you go back and canvass for more suspects.
What? What? I haven't... What? What do you mean there's camionneurs I haven't talked to? I've literally talked to all of them. What? Okay. We've talked to like three of them? I don't know. Let's try to wake up this guy. Let's try to wake up Mr. I'm a sleepy guy. Wait, Mr. I'm a sleepy guy is gone. Damn. No Mr. I'm a sleepy guy. Oh, it's just a... Okay. Camioner I haven't talked to. That's just a racist lorry driver. Wait.
Looking for something?
Just dance on drugs.
Drugs? They're shit, man. I don't let anything pollute my body.
You smell of booze and cigarettes. What's the difference between about narcotics?
You know where that shit comes from? Sarah Miriza, Safre, Ilmara. They take the money from our local junkies here and then use it to outcompete us in the manufacturing sector. They know they can't beat us in a fair fight, so they have to get us to weaken ourselves somehow. It's racial sabotage. Racial economic sabotage.
So I take it you're not smuggling drugs out of Martinez?
Not in, not out. I'll never betray the purity of my tribe.
God, they're all awful.
So you're telling us that you don't know anything about drug smuggling through Terminal B?
I don't know shit. And if I did, I wouldn't tell you. What do you think? I can't leave the lorry unguarded. Stuff's been getting looted lately. It's those little kips sneaking around at night. If they touch my stuff, the bosses will be on my ass like ass cancer.
There was a bunch of spilled boxes in the back of a big lorry nearby.
I did see one lorry with the trailer door open on my way here. Do you know what happened?
Yeah, I knew that guy. He was an honest driver who loved his country. We were having a good debate about genetics at the Wheeling in Rags when some kip boys smashed his lock and took damn near everything. Lost his fucking job over it. Since he left, I haven't had anyone to talk to.
If they were getting drunk inside the Whirling in Rags, how could they know who broke into the lorry?
If you were all at the Whirling, how do you know it was Kips who broke into the lorry?
What? Aren't we allowed to say that it's the Kips who do all the stealing around here? That's not road to science, man.
Not you, then who's running drugs through Terminal B?
Isn't it obvious? Fucking Sealang, that beady-eyed South Samaran. His little side business is a scam. I wouldn't be surprised if he was peddling drugs as well.
Wait, the street vendor south of here? That guy's a lorry driver?
Of course he's a lorry driver. What? He tell you he's just some simple businessman or some shit? He's selling his employer stuff after he broke the seals on his Humanox lorry. His tribe are natural liars. It's in their blood. He's your man, all right? 100%.
I wouldn't be so sure about it. Not until we've heard what Sealang himself has to say.
Guess we need to pay Sealang a visit.
Guess so.
Okay. I mean, I wouldn't put it past the guy who's delivering humanitarian aid, opening it, reselling it, to also smuggle drugs, but not for racial reasons. More like, what the fuck are you doing reselling humanitarian aid?
Everything's still cool here, officer.
So, Sealang, what's your stance on drugs?
Drugs? I don't go in for that, officer. Drugs ruin lives. Unless you're into drugs, of course. In which case, drugs are excellent. Mwah! Tasty, tasty drugs.
I'm super into drugs.
That's very cool. A lot of the coolest detectives do drugs. Sadly, I don't have any drugs on sale, or at my home, or on my person.
Sir, it appears to be true. No drugs in sight. Not in the box of sunglasses or under the speakers.
We're looking for a lorry driver who's transporting drugs out of the harbor. He or she is in this traffic jam.
That's even cooler. You investigating that and all. But, I am not a lorry driver. I'm just a street vendor. I don't know anything about that.
A blatant lie, sire. Yet he tells it with such conviction. We'd believe him if we didn't know better.
But you are a lorry man. Another driver has identified you and your lorry.
Who said that? It's the fat racist, right? I bet it's him. He has an agenda against me because I'm an immigrant who works harder than he does. He's a hater.
He's a hater.
So you admit you're a lorry driver?
No, I just said I work harder and he's an asshole. I'm...
Realizing he can't get out of it. Smart man.
Okay, maybe I'm a lorry driver too. A little. But that's not the most important thing about me. That's my day job. This is my dream.
So you forgot to tell me.
Exactly. It's such a small part of my life. It's in the rear view mirror now. I'm climbing out of that hole with ingenuity.
Stop your squirming. What do you know about the drug operations at the harbor?
Nothing. I told you. I'm not a dumb guy. I don't get involved
That
with that crowd.
crowd?
And what crowd is that?
Crowd. You know, the drug crowd.
No, he wasn't talking about an abstract crowd. It was that crowd.
It wasn't some drug crowd. You know who they are. Tell me now.
Shush, please. There's bad people doing bad things here. That's all I know. Please, don't get me into this mess. I spent 15 years working my way up.
Here we go. There's a tiny bit of truth on the table. Zoom in on it.
You don't want me to get into this mess. Oh, this is an asshole tactic, but also, if he's gonna be hush-hush on the fucking drug smuggling, man, you gotta help me. Buddy Ceiling, help us out. No one won't know it was you.
It's a she, okay? The other drivers call her the lady driver. You're better off staying away from her. The way they talk about her, she's no lady.
Interesting. Could this driver be connected to the Hardy Boys?
Is the lady driver the old woman back there?
I don't know. Maybe. If she is, I haven't gone near her. I don't get involved. I told you.
It could be. She was strange. He's not ruling her out.
To be associated with the Hardy Boys?
I don't know. I'm not local. I don't know anything about that.
Who are these other drivers who talk?
All of them. I don't know. I told you all I know. Are we cool now? I really want us to be cool now.
Who exactly is talking about this lady driver of yours? The racist or the other one with the tattoos?
All of them. Even the ones who've left. I don't hang out with them. I don't remember who has tattoos.
Okay, we're cool.
All right. I scored. Let's cap this off with a purchase. You can walk away from here with funky sunglasses, detectives. Both of you. You deserve it.
I'll leave you to it for now. Okay. So, once again with this mysterious lady driver who's in the drug trade.
Still here. Stuck in this damn jam, my man. What's up?
Heard that one of the drivers is a woman, but I don't think she's here. Do you know this lady driver?
I don't want to talk about that.
I don't mean to pry, but I need your help. She may be involved with the drug business.
Man, I was hoping it isn't going to be her. All I can say is, she isn't around here anymore. She isn't some evil drug trafficker. And I don't know where she is.
What does she look like?
A youngish woman. Gruff, but in a cool way.
What color hair?
Blue and violet. Dyed. It was violet when she got here. Blue before she went.
Then she may have dyed it again.
Who is she to you?
A friend? An acquaintance. I don't know. She was the only person in this damn jam I could talk to. She's someone I don't want to rat out to the law, okay?
When did she leave?
Damn, I don't want to... Please just let it go. Whatever she did, it can't be that bad. She's not a bad person, I know that much.
We can't just let it go. It's part of a police investigation.
That's how it always is with you, isn't it? All part of the investigation. The girl's troubled. If you hunt her down, she may not survive it. I can't have that on my conscience.
It won't come to that. We won't pursue her on this. This is information only.
I don't believe you.
Said she's troubled. How?
She's got the darkness in her. That young person's darkness when you think it's all over. And you're looking for a way out.
Leomi. Hi, Lucy. Welcome on in. I mean, he's been helpful. He's truly a homie.
She shared this with you?
Leom. So, Lucy, have you played Disco? Because they have, like... Okay. How much, like, French crossover is there?
Yes. Which is why I don't want to snitch on her.
Lou's stat build was mine. Your build? Let's see. This is my build so far. Ignore the... Where was it? Was it Savoir Faire? Yeah, I had to put 3... This game is super French at times. That's amazing. Okay. I had to put 3 points into this to succeed the jump to get my jacket, Lucy. I failed it 4 times in a row. I think it might have been 5 actually. Yeah, it was a rough one. It was a rough time up there. I was told everyone's afraid of her. You're not?
I heard the rumors. I saw the other drivers looking at me strange when we talked. And she told me, too, that she's had a violent life. But I wasn't afraid of her. More like for her.
Did this violent life include drug trafficking?
Well, it looks like it did now. But we didn't talk about that. We talked about life, you know? She talked about her mind.
Her mind?
The way it worked. The trouble it was giving her.
When she left, did she leave her lorry behind?
Fuck, man. Go grill someone else with these questions, okay? There are plenty of drivers here who couldn't stand her, or were afraid of her. They'd be more than happy to rat her out.
He's right. There are other options. The raceman, for one. The grey-haired woman. Maybe she knows something.
Ooh.
Push Tommy, and it will break his heart. And his spirit. Don't expect you to be pals. Now is not the time to focus on feelings. You need that info, son.
No. I'll drop it for now. I like Tommy. I don't want to fuck with him.
Thank you, friend. Wow, this makes me feel like I should pick up smoking again. Would help with my rhymes, too.
That's all for now. Let's go talk to the old lady. I like talking to the old lady who's in a constant haze of confusion or memory or whatever. She's got funny stories. Oh, wait, nope, back this way. Back this way.
Lowman, you caught me at an opportune moment. This awful weather keeps me awake. You can entertain me with your questions.
Alright, are you the lady driver?
Did you just call me a lady, Herife?
She clearly doesn't think she's a lady. Don't repeat it.
I was told of a woman driver. You're the only woman here, right?
I'm not that either, Herife. I've gone too far from it all to remember what was between my legs. It doesn't work like that on the long haul.
So you're not the driver everyone is terrified of. This lady's so based.
I'm only terrifying to small children, and to those who used to know me.
Yeah, it's not her. Believe me.
And who is the female driver I was told of?
How should I know? Do I look like I spend a lot of time with the other communers sniffing around, when I have my movies to go to?
That's all I need to know, thanks.
Oh, Sim.
Yeah, I don't want to bother her. Well, there's just the racist guy. Camioner, super French. Good to know. I'll have to make sure I say that if I ever visit any French part of Canada.
Looking for something?
I know you've been giving me the runaround. Fess up, where's the lady driver?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Just tell me which one's her lorry.
Listen up, fuckwits. You don't scare me. You cops don't run Rivachel West. You don't run Martinez. You don't run anything.
So who does? The lady driver?
No. He means La Puta Madre.
A legendary, and not in a good way, crime boss from Jamrock. controls what is probably the most powerful organized crime outfit in
Excuse
the
me?
West. Looks like the lieutenant has a plan. Let him do this.
Get him, Kim! Get him!
Yeah, him.
Then I presume you are familiar with his peonies.
Yeah, they're his little bitches. He's got them all over the unions.
Not just the unions. He has peonies everywhere. Some say he even has them in the RCM. Dirty fucking peonies who'd do anything for him. Multi-ethnic drug addicts.
The lieutenant adopts a rodentine quality. Be cool, sire. He's getting into this.
Hell yeah, get him, Kim!
You're not peonies. You wouldn't be investigating a drug thing if you were.
No, of course not. We are not peonies. But if we were, and one of Madre's drivers were to be stealing from him, then it's a good peony's job to find out who that is.
He's surprisingly good at this. Not bad at all. Look at him lurching.
It's not a hard job. It won't take a long time. It won't make Madre angry. But a stupid fucking racist is standing in the way, protecting this fucking thief.
I'm not scared of you or the mob. I'm under the protection of the Lorrymen and Carters Guild.
You've seen that corpse in the ceramic armor there. Did his shitty little guild protect him?
Nah, you wouldn't just leave him out there if you...
Oh, he's getting him.
The lieutenant turns and gives you a barely perceptible nod. I've softened him up as best I could. Now it's on you to finish the job. Be careful. This man's still got some fight in him by the looks of it. It won't be easy to break him.
Half-light, half-light, half-light. 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 Come on. Come on. No, I don't have anything to help with half-light. I don't have anything bringing it down. My gloves are helping. I don't know. I don't think I can get it any better. I mean, we could put a point into it. Half-light. Exactly. Look, it's the Skyrim pause. Let me eat some food real quick.
Looking for something?
It's a white check. Okay, we'll try it and then we'll put a point into it if it fails.
Men like this only respect two things: strength and fear. Time to turn up the volume.
Show me her lorry right fucking now. The ladies driver's lorry.
Fuck you, I told you. I'm not gonna...
There. His voice grows smaller as yours.
I'm gonna go with I'm gonna burn down his fucking lorry. I've been to your fucking lorry. I know where it is. I'm gonna burn it down. You hear me?
Look, fuck you, man. It's some lorry down there. Green, banged up thing. I don't fucking know who she is.
When did she go away?
I don't know. I don't even know her name. She just rolls with the fleet and acts like a big shot. Some dyke, probably. I haven't even seen her for days.
Where exactly is her lorry?
Past the monument. Down there. The Green Temple. Now, leave me the fuck alone, okay?
A small temple by the monument. Green. Let's get into that lorry.
Looks like he got his adrenaline up, too.
Fuck yeah, let's get into it. Okay. No wait, we can go this way. No, actually that's the wrong way. This way, this way, this way, this way. This bitch gay? Good for her. I will not try to arrest her. Green lorry. Green lorry. This one.
This green found A to Z, contemporary, is parked in the shadow of the ruins looming overhead. It's seen better days.
This must be the one he told us about, unless he was lying.
Try the door handle.
The door is locked. The handle looks shiny, like it's recently replaced.
Try to peek into the window.
The glass on the side windows is tinted and covered with dust. You can barely make out the shape of
How
the
are we
seat
going to get
and
this
two
open?
steering levers.
Use the pry bar to smash the window. Open it from the inside.
Good idea.
I don't know how good it is, but this investigation has taken long enough. We can't afford it to take any longer.
I think we have clothing to help with that. Unless we're already wearing it. I think we are. Maybe? 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 Yeah, we already are. Okay, well, you know.
Found A to Z.
42.
Is parked in the shadow of the ruins.
I'm
looming
sorry.
overhead. It's
I know
seen
you're
better
gay,
days.
but I have to break your window because ACAB.
With a firm grip, you raise the pry bar. A glint of light catching on the tip. Call down the hammer of truth and justice.
Fuck the
Release your
police.
secrets, lorry cabin. The window shatters, and droplets of glass fly everywhere, shattering over the lorry floor and pavement.
Wait, that was a 12? I didn't even see! Amazing.
Subtle.
The smell of cigarettes and perfume welcomes you. The cabin inside is plastered with old movie posters. Actresses smile from the walls. There's a radio
gay.
transmitter
Good for
in the
her.
front and a toolbox tucked under the driver's seat. Some tools lie scattered near the pedals.
Ooh, pull out the pull-out toolbox.
A metallic drawer slides out from the seat. It's empty, except for a folded newspaper.
What's in the newspaper?
It's an issue of Petit Feric from last Wednesday. A piece of paper falls out from its pages. It looks like an article ripped out from a radio enthusiast magazine. Complex mathematical equations explain the basics of something called the Ulan frequency system.
The Ulan frequency system? I've never heard of that before. I know of FM, AM, UKV, but...
The pull-out toolbox slides back into its nest. The rest is as it was. Radio, posters, a trace of motor oil smell under all the cigarettes.
I'm gonna check the pedals.
You wedge yourself under the steering wheel to get a better look. Seems like the few tools lying around here.
I want them. I want tools.
A rusty wrench have been casually thrown there by the disorganized driver. But one odd detail does catch your eye. A piece of sandpaper has been glued to the throttle.
Wait.
Sandpaper adds extra grip.
Wait. This is the person with the worn down shoe.
Sandpaper? A novel technique?
Sandpaper would also rub off the pattern from the driver's right boot sole.
Yes?
Do the honors, he thinks. Connect it yourself.
One of the footprints at the crime scene had an aberration. One sole was smoother than the other.
Which means that the missing lady driver was present at the lynching.
The missing 8th Hardy.
Looks like her, yes.
She's also the one running the drug trade?
Now we know for certain who is the missing 8th person at the lynching. Do you think that Hardy and his boys could also be involved in the drug operation?
This would fit what Joyce told us, but I don't make any assumptions.
Understood. We should still go and see what Titus has got to say on the matter. Are we finished with the lorry?
The movie stars are still smiling.
I want to look at the
from
radio.
walls. The radio looks like the frequency dial is absent. It requires a key to work, but the key has been removed. Likely by the missing lady driver.
Strange. There are so many radio stations saved here. Must be over 100 at least.
Is there anything we can do with the radio?
Doesn't look like it. It's completely inoperable without a dial key.
Why would anyone need so many radio stations?
for contacting an entire fleet of lorrymen, for example. This is all shortwave, UW and UKV. Looks like we are dealing with an impressive organizational tool. The nerve center of a huge operation, with quite a range too.
The smell of
Okay,
1,000
we gotta
cigarettes,
admire the
some
posters
dead
a
actresses,
little.
and a rusty old toolbox. These are movie posters featuring starlets from long-forgotten films from the 20s, the teens, even the 90s of the last century.
Ow.
One of them particularly catches your eye, a centerfold of an ingenue attached right above the back seat. There's definitely perfume in the air. It's spicy, with a hint of amberette, wafting through the bitter air of the cabin.
What's the smell?
The remnants of a sweet juniper-scented perfume. Probably Grenade number 5.
What's the centerfold?
The actress is draped in a sheath dress, one of her shoulders bared. The faded remains of an autograph run across the poster. She's looking past the camera. This is Tip Tijon, a starlet from the dawn of cinematography, less known for her talent than her tragic, untimely death.
What? What happened to her?
She wasted away in a drug den called the Door to the River, not far from here, on Boogie Street, a mixture of cocaine and morphine. She was afraid of the world, and the camera, too.
What?
The actresses and the rear actor who closed the rusty old lorry door.
Great. I think we got everything. A word, detective? Before we return to Joyce? Alright, we've finished here. Let's quickly debrief and go over what we found, so we don't do it in front of the company rep.
Seems like something police would do.
Honestly, I'm quite worried by what we've seen so far. The evidence seems to point to a rather extensive and well-organized operation. I'm especially intrigued by that radio transmitter, particularly the sheer number of stations it can connect. Looks like this alleged drug trade casts a wide net.
This means it's well-funded. Technology like that, a major player must be financing it.
I'm not sure what the Ulan frequencies are all about, but they may hold some significance. Perhaps it's a better way to connect between fleets while avoiding frequency bleed, or maybe it's used to tap into RCM networks. And last but not least, it looks like the Hardy Boys knew this driver, as we know that she was present at the lynching. This may be the Union connection we've been searching for.
The probe and the case converged, he thinks. This was quite the find.
Will the RCM open an investigation into this?
We should return to the murder case. See what Joyce tells us about the lynching. When we are done for the day, I call my station and suggest our narcotics department look into it. There are more than enough grounds to start an official investigation, sometime later when we are done here. We do not want to get caught in that.
What are you thinking?
The fact that one hasn't started already gives me pause. An investigation, I mean. Especially if the Madrid grouping is involved, and I can't imagine they aren't. It's certainly worrisome.
Corruption?
All the same, I don't like the idea of internal affairs descending on the matter. That won't help anyone either.
What about the movie posters? How do they factor into all this?
As elegant as they are, I don't think they are relevant to the drug trade.
A lot of women there, especially for a lady driver's cabin.
Yes, well...
Unimportant?
I don't know. I think her being lesbian is very important. It's a significant character detail. Surely it will come up later. So it turns out this is connected to the Union?
Like Joyce told us, yes, logistically. But don't expect to bust this open during our stay here. At best, this is an angle we can use against them, to other ends, as extra ammunition.
Okay, debrief over?
Debrief over, after you.
Alright, time to go talk to Joyce. She gave me 130 real, and she's gonna tell me more about the guy who was lynched after getting shot. I need to make sure I keep an eye on the time, because at 21 exactly we gotta go We gotta be at the door to talk to him. The guy in the apartment, I mean. Running.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with? Not an umbrella, I hope. I don't need one myself, you see.
I could use a coat like that. The rain is freezing.
Sadly, I need this one myself. It's hydrophobic, repels water, almost magically. The company makes them for offshore platform personnel. Very sturdy. What I can do for you is answer some questions. Nothing like talking to pass a rainy day.
Spoke with the lorryman at the roundabout.
Yes, my eyes on the harbor have sent word to that effect. What have you discovered?
Wait, where exactly are these eyes located?
It doesn't really matter. And I do apologize for the surveillance. Wild Pines can't afford to be blind at a time like this. In any case, it's a relief to know someone has looked into it. If I may ask, will there be an official investigation? I assume you discovered there is an operation.
If there is an investigation, it will be part of an ongoing operation, subject to confidentiality. I am sure you understand.
Of course, detectives. In any case, you've held up your end of our arrangement. I trust you with the rest. Now it's my turn. I wouldn't normally break protocol like this, but the situation demands it. If you don't solve this murder, I'm afraid we may have a bloodbath on our hands.
Uh-oh.
The words bloodbath sound cold in her mouth. They taste of iron and strawberries.
I've already heard about a connection between a lynching and a strike, but I need your testimony.
I have an indirect role to play, I'm sad to say. My employer experienced a momentary lapse of faith in me. In that moment, they elected to deploy a private military contractor as an insurance measure. They called it my security detail.
You need a security detail?
Absolutely not. These mercenaries are muscle, pure and simple. They are meant to intimidate the Union into surrendering.
Who are they, exactly?
Crenel, an Oranese military company. As far as I know, 3 arrived in Martinez. They report to me sporadically, but they do not answer to me. To be frank, our relationship is deteriorating. They wear ceramic armor, have semi-automatic weapons, and years of combat experience. They also have trauma and stressor disorder, and no idea how to conduct themselves in an urban civilian environment.
So, what happened?
The story is, one of them, the Colonel, I don't know his real name, sexually assaulted a local woman while he was drunk and separated from his unit. This allowed some of the more militant Union members to subdue him. He was taken out behind the whirling in rags and lynched last Sunday night. Nothing. Mr. Clare refuses to let me into the harbor. I have not been able to discuss this matter with anyone there. The remaining 2 Crenel contractors carry out their orders, for now.
For now?
It's a smokescreen. In secret, they are conducting an independent military tribunal into the lynching. Once this investigation is concluded, executions will follow.
What is the nature of this so-called investigation?
Whether to execute one, some, or all of the Union militants.
Boy, oh boy, is that not good. That is not good.
It's not good, no. My only hope is that you provide a single concrete suspect before the mercenaries indiscriminately pick theirs. Simply put, if you don't pin this on someone good and do it fast, they will identify and execute everyone present at the lynching. This in turn will force the Union to respond.
Oh no.
The Debardeurs have over 2,000 men. It will be 1,000 to 1.
Have you ever seen a hornet invade a beehive, Lieutenant? It's not pretty.
The Serai's giant hornet, the world's 2nd largest insect, can kill 40 honeybees a minute, while a group of 30 can decimate an entire hive of 20,000 bees in less than 4 hours.
I don't think that's good.
These men, work in tandem using semi and fully automatic firearms. Their armor is virtually impenetrable to muzzle-loaded weapons, even yours. Most Union workers don't have guns at all.
The muzzle loaders need to be reloaded after every 1 or 2 shots. The automatics every 1 or 2 minutes.
As I said, a bloodbath.
Isn't this a pretty bleak scenario you're describing?
Many bleak scenarios have already come true. Nameless, badgeless detective of the citizens' militia. All we can do is keep the rest from going the same way. One single concrete suspect delivered into civil court, and I may be able to defuse this situation.
Where are the remaining 2 mercs now?
They've gone to ground, as it were. I don't recommend seeking them out. For one, they're almost certainly armed to the teeth. They don't have the same respect for the Revachol citizens' militia as I do. To put it bluntly, they think you're vigilantes. Ghetto savages. It will not be a fruitful meeting.
Okay, we'll steer clear for the moment. Yeah, that's not gonna be productive.
That's wise. Our goal is to avert catastrophe. Besides, you're likely to encounter them sooner or later.
How much time do we have?
Until the executions start? Truthfully, I don't know. It depends on their progress identifying the members of the lynch mob, and their impatience.
They don't report their progress to you?
Not on this matter. I'm afraid they consider this a personal initiative.
Yikes.
It's a matter of days, not weeks.
What can you tell me about Krenel?
Not much. Their public resume is relatively good, as far as private military contractors go. I believe they were once called Downwell.
Okay, we knew that.
They boast a long list of clients. Saint-Baptiste, Welchman-Lorenz, Eintracht. A warning sign, however. The operations concerned all take place in third or fourth world countries. Guarding facilities, escort missions and such.
Meaning they're used to operating in war zones.
That's not great.
Yes. All the good conflict corridors. Supramundi, Yesut, the Seminese Islands. Countries that don't have a good record reporting atrocious military conduct on their soil.
Okay, anything else you got on them?
Sadly, no. Before this happened, I had little interest in them. Now that I do, I don't have the resources. If you still have access to the ICP's database, you could run a better background check than I ever could. It may take some time, though.
Do you know a lot about the inner workings of the RCM and the ICP, ma'am?
In my line of work, it pays to do your research. I was prepared to deal with the RCM. I did not think I would be dealing with a group like Crenel.
Could you contact the company, tell them to call them off?
I have. And they will. However, these orders take time to reach what is basically a rogue unit out in the field here. Until they do, it's all on us.
She's being truthful. She is pressing them as hard as she can.
You said the deceased assaulted a woman?
Or he didn't. This is information passed on to me from some teenagers loitering around the canal. I cannot testify by it.
Who did the passing on then?
The remaining contractors. Their tribunal. It's what they believe.
What did these teenagers by the canal say?
That the man was killed because he assaulted a local woman. I've asked around a bit. This seems to be the accepted story around
the accepted
Martinez.
story doesn't necessarily mean it's the true story.
The lieutenant consults his notebook, his eyebrows knitted in concentration.
Odd. We haven't heard any reports about an assault in connection with the lynching. Where did it take place? And
we heard a little.
Last Sunday night, at the Whirling in Rags, the hostel by the gates. Supposedly, the colonel was drunk, maybe on narcotics too. Either way, he's alleged to have sexually assaulted a woman. Sometime later, a group of dock workers got their hands on him.
And who was this woman?
That's a good question, officer. I don't have the slightest idea. As I said, it's a rumor. About a rumor. In any case, it's what the colonel's remaining colleagues, believe.
You'll meet her soon enough, you feel.
This colonel, the one who was hanged, did you know him?
If you mean did I see him alive, yes. But I did not know him.
His name was...
Lely. His service name. A nom de guerre, most likely. He wouldn't divulge his full name. Only one of them did. A bad sign if there ever was one.
Tell me about the others first.
One is a man. Corty, they call him. A nickname as well. The other a woman. Phyllis DePaul. Corty is the gunner, I believe. DePaul is a radio operator.
What would you say was his eye color, the deceased's?
She closes her eyes, trying to picture the man's face, then shakes her head.
I can't remember.
The lieutenant was testing her, asking a small detail first to see if she knew him better than she let on. She passed.
That's all right, ma'am. Anything else? Nationality? What would you say was his age?
He was 40. Or 50. It's hard to say which. He had a combat injury on his lower jaw. It made it difficult to estimate his age, or gauge his facial expressions.
Indeed. This matches the dental reconstruction we saw on the body. What else? Nationality? Accent?
He was, Occidental, I think. Light brown hair, a mixed accent, Oranese, or Messinian, maybe. His injury gave him an accent all his own. In a way, it was humanizing. He had to learn to speak through it, through the injury. That's all I know, I guess. I only met him once.
That's enough for now.
I am sorry to have been the bearer of bad news. If there is anything else I can help you with, please ask.
Can you tell me about these tattoos?
Of course. Excuse my hesitation before.
For about half a minute, in silence.
It was taken with a trigette not long ago. This is the man's upper body. There were no more markings on his hands or legs.
Her mouth is relaxed. The accordion lines near her mouth vanish. The pearls of her eyes move slowly on the photo's surface.
What do you think?
Sorry. I was trying to see if I can read the web of interdependencies between these points. The stars. I can't. But that's how you read this story. The points themselves don't have letters, numbers, anything. Their size, location on the body, and distance from each other tells you what they represent.
Like stars in the sky?
Close. Port cities. This is an Oranese map of the waterways, a sailor's tattoo worn by wayfarers of the Dolorian century. Over 300 years ago, the sailors would mark their bodies to map their travels.
This is... okay. So this is a map of some sort involving this guy's travels.
His platoon members? The other contractors. Though I do not suggest you go and show them that picture. This man was their friend and comrade.
You wouldn't even know where to start.
What travels did the dead man make?
Quite a few. Vredefort, the Oranese capital, traditionally stands on the right shoulder. He started somewhere near here, I think.
What next?
Then he made his way to the Pretto Grande, through what I think must be the Stutz Canal, an artificial channel through the Occident. From the Pretto, he sailed to the Insulindic Ocean, first the Semines Islands, then this.
What is that?
Revachol. Those are the two constants. Vredefort on the shoulder, and Revachol in the heart. They started the tradition of these maps right after the discovery of Insulinde, at the dawn of the Interinsulary Age.
The old world passing by, and the new world already here.
You said you can't read it.
I can't. This man was no sailor, and these are no ports. I can understand geographic fragments, but not their meaning.
That's all for the tattoo. Thanks for your help.
Is there anything else I can help you with?
That's all for now. I think we have to talk to the Hardy Boys about the lynching. Like, I think that's the next, that has to be the next line we take, because I don't have access to whatever's across the bridge. We know that the Hardy Boys are connected to this woman somehow, so they'll know more. They're not gonna want to talk about it, though, so I might have to make an authority check that will take the power of God to move them. So, we'll see if it comes to that. We will see.
Looks like the circus left town, but the clowns are still here.
You're so original. Guess what? I've connected you to the local drug trade.
Like hell you have. There is no local drug trade. This place is as clean as a rifle. Go back to Jamrock and ask the local junkies how clean your streets are in Precinct 41 Kilos.
We'll do that. In the meantime, did you know that there's an abandoned lorry at the intersection that was used to move raw ingredients for drugs from Terminal B to Jamrock? The person driving it was present at the hanging. It was one of you. We've connected the footprints. Detective, do you want to deliver the coup de grâce?
No, do the honor. You earned it.
Thank you. You're right, Titus. There is no local drug trade because it's all controlled by you. You're the drug trade.
That's a mighty interesting theory. I guess that's what you would need to do, theoretically. A big, strong, state-run monopoly would outcompete the runts on the street.
Yeah, man. Theoretically, that's what you would do. To get rid of the gangs, the dealers, even some of the junkies.
You would need good, trustworthy people to take their place, of course. Hardy men to run such a monopoly. For the good of the community, of course.
I mean, I want to answer the first way because, I mean, it is disgusting running a drug trade to fucking poison your own people. God damn. Yeah, keep telling yourself that. I know for a fact there's still plenty of drugs out there, except I don't know that. I know Kuno's got access to drugs, but it could just be from him. Do I appeal to his sense of, like, he's doing something good here? Or do I just call him on his shit? I'm gonna call him on his shit. This is disgusting. You're admitting to profiting off poisoning your own people.
Boo fucking who. People will always be taking drugs. Might as well do it clean and organized.
Yeah, that's what the labor movement is all about. Clean and organized. And the Hardy Boys are running it.
Theoretically, of course. We're just talking politics here. My answer to your drug accusation is, how dare you? Go fuck yourself.
Not quite yet, Mr. Hardy. There were 8 sets of prints on the crime scene. There are only 7 Hardy Boys here.
The 8th Hardy, the one who's missing. She runs the thing, right?
My answer is, fuck off. Mind your own business. There is no 8th Hardy. I run this goddamn scene.
And here we go. Back to the usual.
I know! Fatty walked on all 4s. He's so fucking fat he left 2 sets of footprints.
Go fuck your mom, Dennis.
That's more like it, boys. You heard him. It was Angus on all 4s. Anything else you need to know?
Okay. Okay. We're gonna try it. We're gonna go for it. We're gonna go for the authority. I'm gonna I'm gonna change my clothing up because we need as much authority as we can get. Do I have any authority clothing? I don't think I have any authority clothing. Unfortunately. Okay. Well, we're going for
It's
it.
you
We're gonna
again.
try.
What is it?
We're gonna try. It's a 28% chance. And we have, what? +4? So 7. We have 7 baseline. And we need to get a 16. Which means I need to roll a 9 or higher. Yeah, that's not looking too good.
Establish authority. Yes.
Uh,
Authority. Feverish thoughts race through your mind.
That's it. That's all I got. That's like throwing a tantrum. That's not even true. I'm not grabbing his gun. That's it. That's all I got.
Did you already try the gun thing? I hear the gun thing is excellent. And
No,
has
I
great
don't.
results.
I don't think the gun thing is excellent.
You're probably right. The others are only there for filler, to make the gun thing pop.
Oh, God. Are we doing the gun thing? I wouldn't do the gun thing. Ugh. Oh, no. I guess we're gonna try the, tell me someone's been raped and then you don't say who? That's bullshit.
Stop shitting your pants. You don't need to know, all right? We took care of it. The law handled it, all right?
Yeah. Aren't you listening? It's done. Finito.
Guess we're both the law around here if you start to think about it. You're not the law. I am the law.
For God's sake, stop shouting! Stop breaking things in my establishment! Stop provoking those oafs! They're not going to give you anything, can't you see? I can't have a police interrogation in here. People are trying to eat.
Does it concern you, cafeteria manager?
Of course it concerns me if you make this kind of...
Easy, babes. What is this? I can't have a slap fight in my bar. It's embarrassing.
We are deep in Far's territory. We need to cool off and re-engage later.
Everyone can see you picked some wrong options. Next time you have to come up with better things to say.
Fuck. Man, we didn't think it was gonna work, but we tried. I'm like, even if I put +1 in here, I have to roll an 8 or higher, which is like a little better. But that's still some insane rolling we have to do. Well, shoot. I'm wearing my physical instrument. I am. Okay. Let's go try to pry open the ice cream machine. You know? Can't hurt. Can't hurt. Let's give it a go. Might as well
This
just keep
orange
rolling
machine
fails
is
here.
dead still. It has a
That is
hand-cranked
not
ice cream
happening.
churner and an electric freezer. The ice around it, slowly turning the crank, feels oddly satisfying, like stirring your childhood dreams.
It's
all gone now. You'll never become a poet or an entrepreneur.
I can't open it. My pry bar is not strong enough. What the fuck?
Both cables are unplugged from somewhere. A machine hums along with the current. Somewhere in the dark, a giant electrical mammal stirs to life. This orange machine is buzzing like an old submarine. It's turning the It's all gone now.
Okay, so that didn't do anything. Damn.
2 cables are plugged something close.
Why did you do that?
Because it's black, the color of the...
The lieutenant raises his brow.
Yeah, okay. Okay. I don't know. I don't know where to get a stronger crowbar. What do we do? What do we do? Do you think the guy down here would have a pry bar? I don't think he's gonna have a better pry bar.
If you don't mind, please put the flashlight away.
Photonic sensitivity is not generally acknowledged by the medical establishment.
I do appreciate it.
Isn't like he's the first person to actually say anything about it.
Hello again. How can I help you?
I don't have anything to sell, and I don't want to pop something to get him to...
You see rows of toy soldiers guarding the rest of the trinkets displayed.
I'm at a
on the
loss.
table. Some on horseback, others in rags, others yet in bright blue uniforms. All are stern and unyielding in their duty. Try to find something pretty and cool here, then use it to win her back. Everything you pick out seems faded, chipped, and sad somehow. Most of them are just broken toys.
We failed. No cool toys. I don't know. I don't know. Got enough money for the tomorrow night. This isn't repairable. Butter sign down.
A crumpled billboard reading, Samaran butter soaks in the canal. 2 ugly lines mar the bright countenance of the blonde boy depicted.
Okay, wait. Visual calculus. I have clothing that will help with that. Visual calculus. I think that's all we're getting for visual calculus. Okay.
A crumpled billboard reading,
58%. I like these odds.
soaks in the canal. Judging by the size of the impact and the parallel lines of burnt rubber, the cause was probably a motor vehicle.
Oh my god.
These look like the same tire tracks I saw earlier, in front of the whirling rags. Still speeding, the vehicle made a loop and vanished into the fog along the coast. The black marks on the roof indicate that the vehicle vaulted from the crater to the roof of the shack. The sign broke the vehicle's fall into the canal. The Samaran butter billboard still looks freshly painted, suggesting it took the plunge recently, within the past 72 hours.
What?
The vehicle soared through the air, hitting the billboard and upsetting the posts. Then it continued its flight, taking the billboard with it.
Wait. I think this is the girl that we're looking for. In the last 72 hours, she dipped out?
The panel served as a takeoff ramp. Side slip marks indicated that the vehicle was traveling up the crater at 35 kilometers an hour.
What was the model of this phantom vehicle?
There are two good candidates, the Caprice 40 and the Linear G22. It's about the right size, and the tire marks look like they came from the skinny tires frequently found on that motor carriage. The Caprice 40 is a very popular model, with bank clerks, topping pie delivery drivers, secondary school teachers, cops, strippers dressed as cops, undressed strippers.
Why the G22?
A very sturdy but light motor carriage. More likely than most to survive that jump. The Linear G22 is not a particularly popular model due to its peculiar proportions, which the manufacturer's design team probably thought about for too long.
Well, what now?
You'd have to follow the tracks to be sure. The lieutenant looks on, waiting for you to wrap up your analysis.
Any theories about what happened here?
Some top shelf shenanigans. I want to meet the driver and shake his hand.
What kind of car do you think it was?
I think it was a Capri 40. I think that's a more common vehicle.
That's quite likely, from what I can tell.
I have some ideas about who it might have been.
Oh.
It was someone dangerous, perhaps somehow connected to the murder?
The traffic hooliganism? I hope not. Fortunately, we are not traffic cops. Should we get back to the murder?
We should bring this driver to justice.
If we must.
I'm not expecting him to get far with this, the lieutenant consoles himself.
No, this mystery driver was clearly the drug lady. Okay. Bruno kicked the helmet somewhere into the drink. There's nowhere to go from here? Dang.
This coin-operated viewer is facing southwest. Its coin slot is full of fossilized bubblegum, rendering the machine permanently inaccessible.
Poor little viewer.
The metal feels cold and wet under your palm. It looks unhygienic.
Vandalism.
Probably some kids.
Look inside.
A thick layer of graffito covers the lenses.
Oh,
You
it's
spell out the
Kuno.
word Onug, written on the other side, with N and C scribbled backwards. That's Kuno on the lens.
Shift your focus to the background.
Under the graffito, a sea of blues and greys appear. Behind the water lies a coast, studded with concrete
My
and
cat
reeds.
wants out real quick.
On it, a church on stilts, lanky weather-worn wooden planks, an X-shaped cross topping its tower.
I am back.
You know this to be the star of Pericarnassus, or the Cairo, the central symbol of the Pericarnassian church, a star, a great moral height to be strived towards. The church looks old and weather-worn. There are no lights in the windows. Around the large wooden building you see chunks of sea ice gathered on the beach, and a small tent set up on the ice.
Huh.
This coin-operated viewer is facing south. The instruction manual says to insert 25 centimes and pull the handle while looking inside. Then use the focus knob to zoom in if necessary. Why place a tourist attraction in the middle of such poverty? Your money disappears into the coin slot.
I want to look.
The ring of metal. The curtains on the display open. You lean in to catch the view. It's blurry. different blues and greens. In the middle of the shimmer stands a drab grey shape, like a ghost. The lenses shift. The ghost sharpens into an islet in the bay. In the ruins, a man-made structure is visible, a half-sunken sea fort, its concrete almost reconquered by nature. It looks as if it was abandoned quite some time ago.
Interesting.
Nothing but a rotten tooth remains of the anti-aircraft tower. A lonely birch tree grows out of it, its leaves ripped from it by the winter wind. The little brave birch tree seems to wave back in the wind.
There's ruins of some kind building there.
Really? I don't have the eyesight to make it out.
Interesting. Oh, my goodness. This is something. What the heck am I gonna do?
The tracks are as they have ever been. A bit more worn, perhaps. Fortunately, the street sweeper still hasn't noticed their presence.
This is the point of the departure of the vehicle that crashed into the Samaritan butter sign.
That's plausible. A similar reckless abandon seems to be in evidence.
Okay. How do I talk to her again? I want to talk to her again. She's not the lady we're looking for, but I want to talk to her again.
Can I help you? You're already set for the night. Your door is unlocked.
Okay. I forgot I already covered the night. So we have 2 days. Wow. What time period does this take place in? I don't really know. It's really vague. They tell us it's the 51st year of something. They've got like flying delivery services. There's not everything in the world is completely unconnected from real life. It's very much a made-up world.
The door is closed. There is no answer. You hear the shower being turned on. Somewhere inside, a tremendous loneliness comes over you. Everybody in the world is doing something without you. The door is closed.
How do I get upstairs? There's an upstairs and I don't know how to get to it. Nothing on the front page rings a bell. Strange.
You see a heavy steel door with a prominent dimpled lock.
We don't have the key. Why? Drinking alcohol is a part of the game that I have not tried, and I feel like it would unlock something. Oh, hey, what's up?
I saw you poking around in Lady Driver's lorry. She in trouble?
Going to be an investigation.
It's that bad. Man, what should I do? What should I do to help her?
I really don't know.
Damn. I always warned her to watch herself. Man. Nothing to do now, I guess. Maybe I should just keep my head down and work on my rhymes while I can.
What's the plan with those rhymes anyway?
Oh, you know. Tommy Leham's gonna be a musician. Sprechgesang, but with beats. I've got a lot of free time on the road to hone my craft.
The correct grammar is Tommy Lahom.
Why Tommy Leon?
Tommy Lam was taken. My real name's Jerry Lafitte. Tommy's way better.
It's more him.
Good luck with that, Tommy.
You too. Be safe, detective.
Where did she go? Where? I can't do anything. Where is the armor?
Hola, Wandering Man. How can I help you?
You can't. I don't know where the armor is.
Nice aggression with the native. Don't let the chief fool you next time. You don't need to be that up in his face. Leave yourself space to move.
I'm not going to punch him again.
Not bad advice, actually. This might do the trick.
Let's talk about our right to work.
I'm just gonna leave now. Anything I can do in the fleet?
A colorful display of cigarettes and alcohol bottles line the shop wall, inviting you closer. The bottles wink at you in the light. The smokes too glitter in their wrapping. It's like looking into a kind of heaven.
Do I start drinking again? I wanted to not drink,
There,
but...
in that dark green glass, all in vain. The great flowing
This is
river
not
of
a
warmth,
good place for a recovering
wine,
addict.
alcohol, beer, alcohol, love, alcohol.
Guess not, no. I'm obliged to inform you that both alcohol and cigarettes damage your health, but I guess you already know that.
I don't want to drink or do drug. No. No drug. No drugs. I'm at a loss. I'm kind of feeling like we got time constraints on our leads right now. I can't get across the canal until Wednesday. We can't talk to the guest in the hotel until 21. We could go looking for the armor pieces, but we have no idea where the chest or the gloves is. We don't know where those are. So we can't get signatures. I'm not gonna be able to prove my authority or whatever, like these. How's our economics? How's our reforming communism going? It's certainly going. Okay. I'm so just... I don't know. I seriously do not know. How do I even get up there? They're way up there? Let's look around a little. Time to do more exploring. I feel like I've explored everywhere that I can think of, but time to do more. More exploring. When you think you've done enough exploring, no, you keep exploring. There's a hat. Oh my goodness. Hat. How crazy of an outfit can I make right now? this outfit crazy enough? This is a pretty crazy outfit. The pants and the hat kind of match. They do kind of, don't they? Now for some amazing gloves to match them. Oh, there it is. The fit. This is certainly an outfit. This is an outfit. Oh my goodness. How's the disco-ass blazer look? Oh, wait. Is that better or is that worse? The tie is so... We need another tie. We really need another tie. I need another option there to mix it up. Is this door locked or unlocked now? Oh, it's unlocked now. Okay. That goes to the balcony. That's the secret apartment. Any other doors I can open? I think this is the communist door.
You
No,
hear someone, a poor communard.
Do I have to? Do you have a...
Let's go.
Okay.
It's generally easier.
We don't have a warrant. That's the lady who doesn't want to talk to us because we don't have a warrant. Balcony. Okay, that's locked. Will this open it? No. Okay. That guy's really only gonna talk to us, maybe. And it needs to be later. We already knew someone was watching us from that window. Damn. I feel like there should be more that I can do right now. I don't know what, though. I don't know what I can do. I know the journal has a list of the like things I can do. Empathy. Formidable. Let's go talk to Tommy Leon. I mean, he's not gonna be able to do much. He told us everything he could. Like, Do I just put a point into authority and give it another go? Do we just try it again? I feel like we might just try it again. Like, this feels like we have to get through to the Hardy Boys. Double check that I'm not wearing any clothing that's harming my authority real quick. Anything that I think we learned we don't have anything that gives authority. Just stuff that reduces authority. Yeah, okay. Well, we're just gonna have to give it a try.
It's you again. What is it?
I mean, it's not terrible.
This time it's going to
Oh
work.
my
You
god.
already ruled out the first bad option that didn't.
And what exactly is it you've been doing that's so goddamn special? Shitting yourself in
Might
front
as well
of
just
us,
figure out what this one
going
does.
around, harassing kids on the street. Kids who've done nothing wrong. All the while talking racist shit. Don't think we aren't watching, Fascia. People here trust us. We're getting complaints.
Fascia. That's short for fascist.
I'm not shitting myself.
Of course you are. E, didn't Carly work in a diaper shop?
Yeah. Callie said you've been hanging around the adult diaper shop, browsing the aisles. Too ashamed to ask for assistance.
Now that I can believe. And then there's the matter of the floor being completely covered in feces.
Yes, shit, feces, poop, scatological jokes. If you don't have anything more to say, then we are going to go back to asking questions.
You don't have to be the butt of every joke. You're making the lieutenant look bad. Just stick to what you know. Guns.
Do we try again? Should I try again? We can. We could. Do we go for it? Like, I think it'll be 50-50. This is our last chance, though. We don't have any more levels.
You again.
This is the last time we can do it right now until we level up again. 58% is 50-50. It's a coin toss, so let's flip it.
As you look around this room full of sweaty men,
We did it.
swearing, drinking, spitting out tobacco, does this look familiar?
Where have I seen this before?
You believe the place was called Precinct 41. It was also filled with, almost exclusively, men, sitting on desks, talking shit and wasting time.
Let's go. We got it. I get it, Titus. You guys really are the authority around here.
Huh?
You must be. You're just like real cops, drinking beer and sitting around with your dicks in your hand.
You got a problem with beer now?
Not quite there yet. Push on.
No, I'm also a big fan of beer. And jerking off instead of helping people.
You saying we don't help people? I've been doing this job for 10 years. Martinez was a dump before we put this outfit together.
They don't know, man. They weren't here. We had 3 shootings a week, kids dead, fucking graffito everywhere. You cops haven't shown up since the 30s.
Congratulations on the graffiti removal. All I see is you sitting around talking about Monica's titties while there's a rape victim.
So what? What do you want from me? We took care of that fuck.
Don't let him drink that. One more push. Quick.
It's not about who did it. It's about the victim. She needs help.
Titus?
She stops mid-sentence. That's it. You got him. He's going to give it up, but on his terms.
You wanna help her, cop? Fine. I'm gonna let you help her. But you treat her with respect. If you don't, if you question her, harass her, a freight train of pain, buddy.
What is her name?
Glacia, I'm on due. She's staying here at the Whirling in Rags, a real pretty one. Silvery jumpsuit, blonde. That's I'm on due, with an O-U.
Shit. The girl. The girl upstairs? That can't be her. She knows you drank so hard you forgot you were a cop.
Yeah. Blonde. Tall.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. We have -4. It's a 1. No. We're done for.
You inexplicably add cool after the victim's name, with your eyes bulging like some wild beast.
I don't understand what's so cool here.
Nothing. We just have a few more questions. Then we'll be on our way.
Calm. Normal. Try to forget this little hiccup.
We'll talk to her.
Remember what I said. Freight train of pain.
Oh god. That's the lady at the start of the game. No.
Officer, what was that?
You mean the sweating and the fidgeting when he mentioned her name?
Yes.
And the sort of quivering jello thing with the eye?
Yes.
I think I know that woman.
The victim? Is there something I should know before we talk to her?
Whatever you do, don't say the first thing.
I met her in the hallway after I woke up.
Understood. You were not in good shape on Monday.
She knows I didn't remember being a cop.
Okay, that's manageable.
She knows I did some pretty crazy stuff before I passed out. That I partied hard and not very mentally healthy.
So she overheard you? Or did you party together?
So this is what it feels like to be interviewed.
Not very fun.
You'll get through it.
She overheard me listening to music and doing weird things from her room. The one next to yours.
Anything else?
Asked her where we are, what city this is, and what year, something like that.
That's clearly your interrogation technique. Anything else?
Nothing. Let's move on. We're not picking the first one.
We'll be alright, officer. This is nothing.
You feel fortified by his assurance. It's going to be alright.
Thank you, Kim.
Is it though? Nothing? You're still in for a bumpy ride here. Try not to mess it up.
Lag. Okay, so it's the lady upstairs.
The door is closed.
Who is it?
Tired. Controlled.
This is the police. Can we come in?
Come on up. The door is open. I'm drying my hair.
She was on the roof.
Sounds like it's coming from upstairs somewhere. You could snoop around before going up.
No.
This medicine cabinet is full of wares. Sheets of pills, haphazardly stacked, one on top of the other. There's also a toothbrush somewhere in there.
Getting somewhere. What's the medication?
Pharmaceuticals line the shelves. Sheet upon sheet of pill bottle next to pill bottle. Acetylic acid, APAP, eye drops, blood thinners.
She could just be an older lady, I guess.
Anything of note?
Pill bottles rattle like bones as you search the cabinet. Paracetamol, histoperidol, something in a foreign language you can't read. Behind them, an unusually shaped nasal spray. Its label reads, Nacra. Nacra? This is used to treat opioid overdoses. Always handy to have around.
Interesting. That's used for diamorphine overdoses.
You could say he's on the lookout. Among some foreign, probably Messinian or Gotwaldian, marked red blister packs you find. What do you find? This is going to take a little know-how.
Do we risk the 72 or do we just equip? We equip the clothes. They're there for a reason. don't think we have any other electrochemistry clothing, actually.
This
But I mean,
medicine
+1
cabinet
is better than
stocked with
nothing. That's an
drugs.
83.
Nothing of note. The further you look, the more arcane it gets.
Excuse
you
me?
don't know what the rest of this stuff does.
Excuse me? Excuse me? We had an 82% chance to succeed there and we blew it. God damn it. Well, let's go upstairs.
This window is pristine on the inside, unlike the one next to it. Light from the desk lamp reflects off the glass in an untarnished golden halo. Smooth as ice. There are spots of mud and rain on the outside.
This window was
even
replaced
smudges.
recently.
But the surface of the window is clear from the inside. No chips, no hairline fractures. Following your lead, the lieutenant leans
Yes.
in closer to
Yes.
inspect the surface.
Looks like it, yes.
Bed's been hastily made. There's the lady.
Just as you look at the flowers, a gust of wind raises them from the roof, picking them up in the air.
Ooh! Think fast!
You catch a single white flower between your fingers. The rest fly off into the wind.
We got
It's a Maybell. The young woman looks at the Maybell in your hand. Just a glance, then takes a drag of her cigarette. The lieutenant gives you an acknowledging little nod.
Snap your finger pistols at him.
Your 9mm semi-automatic finger pistols produce a satisfying snap. Strange for such a low-caliber finger gun to sound so chunky. The flower in your other hand is impressed. So is Kim. That's not entirely true. The lieutenant is looking at the door to the east and mostly misses them.
No!
Welcome to the roof.
Her hair is still slick from the shower. Below her silvery jumpsuit, an athletic young body, built long and lean.
I'm sorry for the mess down there. The cleaning lady hasn't come by in days. I'm beginning to wonder if she ever will.
Is there a cleaning lady? I think I need one.
Oh yes, legends of room number 1 have made their way around the building. They say a portal to hell has opened in there.
Disco Infernum.
They also say that's why the cleaning lady quit. Because of the Infernum.
I'm Kim Kitsuragi. I'm a detective from Precinct 57. I believe you have already met my colleague from Precinct 41.
Have I ever? This is the biggest fan of ostentatious orchestrations I have seen in my life. And I have seen a few. Oh yeah. Life gets hard, but we go on.
The chorus of the 35 single, megaphoning the entire human race, instills you with the fuck it all swagger that prompts one to plow into grannies on your morning stroll.
It's gotten pretty hard in the meantime, but I go on.
I can see that. I'm glad all this onward going has brought you to me.
Miss, we are investigating the murder of the man down there. The people who put him there have asked us to talk to you.
Huh. I see.
Be careful. Ask something else first. When you go there, use words like, I hear you have been through something difficult.
What is this wild flower?
She looks at the dried petals in your palm, then lightly touches one with her fingernail. Chipped white polish covers the nail. It's long and sharp, like a mini dagger. The petal crumbles on contact.
Pretty. Looks like a dried Maybell. Is that the one you caught? Sambo style?
Sudden change of topic.
All right. I like it sudden.
Nice room you got here.
Yeah, it's pretty deluxe.
The window is new.
It is.
The lieutenant makes a note in his notebook. He finds the answer unsatisfying.
What are you doing here in the whirling in rags?
I'm wintering.
How long have you been staying here?
About 4 months. I came in November.
Understood.
Funky town.
You have quite the collection of prescription drugs down there.
Thank you. I've put a lot of time and effort into it.
Technically, possession of narcotics is legal in Revachol, but you should still reprimand her.
It's quite impressive. How did you amass such a hoard?
With money, sir. It's not exactly the NT-star size caboodle I intend for it to be one day, but it's getting there.
It's getting there.
The Anti-Star is, or was, a Vespertine rock and roll star who liked to do drugs. He did so many drugs, he eventually mutated into a corpse.
Oh my god. The collection includes Nacra, an opioid antagonist.
Comes in handy when you've done too many opioids.
Is that something that happens to you often, miss?
Better safe than sorry.
All as far as that goes, then.
Very funky.
I have other questions for you.
Okay.
Watching herself reflected in the bedroom window, tall and sparkling and draped in smoke.
They tell us you've been through something difficult.
Something difficult? I've been through at least half a dozen difficult things. Which one do you mean?
Were you sexually assaulted, miss?
By sexually assaulted, you mean raped?
Yes.
It's a bit early in the morning for raped, isn't it?
She sounds positively buoyant, vivacious, totally unbothered.
Actually, it's already afternoon.
Is it? It is afternoon. Time flies, man.
So, were you?
Yeah. I'm gonna go with not raped. I don't want to say that shit about him.
By him, she must mean the victim.
Tell them it's not my style. They'll have to, you know, if they want to jazz up the charges, they'll have to get someone more, rapeable.
By they, she means the Hardy Boys.
Are you saying that you were asked to tell us you were assaulted?
Oh.
Not explicitly, but I understood what they meant. It wouldn't hurt to spice things up a bit. Some assault and battery. Sexual assault, maybe. It was clear the latter would be spicier.
What did happen between you and the victim?
We partied.
What kind of partying? The kind I do?
With all due respect, sir, I think we partied a little harder than that.
Harder than this? I don't know if it was, I didn't know it was physically possible.
Oh, it is. You're still alive.
What did you do when you partied?
We drank, sir. A lot. For weeks, basically. We had that effect on each other. We made each other drink harder. That's why I liked him.
What else?
Stimulants. Speed also has that effect, making you drink harder. And then drinking harder makes you do more speed. It's quite the combination. We also had sex.
Were feelings involved?
A little. The drugs were good enough, and we did enough of them.
How did you two meet?
Downstairs, at the bar. He was on some sort of assignment, a military man, as you probably know. Had a cool, scary scar.
When was this?
A month ago? Something like that.
How do the Hardy Boys know you?
They're frequent guests. Downstairs, they have a booth for union members. They're probably down there now.
And how did you meet?
Over drinks. It's been a long, boring winter.
You party?
A little, yeah.
Like you partied with the deceased?
No. Not as hard.
I'm sorry to have to ask this, but have you had a physical relationship with any of the Hardy Boys?
I have.
Which one?
Which ones, sir? I don't remember precisely. Titus, obviously. But as I said, it's been a long winter.
What did they hang him for if not a rape?
He had something to do with the strike. One has been roiling since I got here. Rotten timing. But you probably know all about it.
And his role in this strike was what?
I think he was in a security detail. He was ex-military, worked for Wild Pines, and against the Union. We didn't discuss work much, if you know what I mean. But I understood it was dangerous.
And they lynched him for it?
She nods.
Holy shit. Why was there a bullet in his head?
Bullet? They shot him too?
I'm not picking up on any theatercraft here, sir.
Holy
The pause is
shit.
sincere.
They stripped his clothes and they shot him?
You mean after they hanged him?
I'm confused, sorry.
So am I. Were you aware that he had also been shot, miss?
Things are starting to go a little over my head here. I thought he was hanged. I was not present when they did it. I don't know what happened. I just know what they told me. And Sylvie, the bartender.
This is beginning to get confusing for you too, and we don't like that.
Where
Where was she last Sunday night?
And this happened.
Cowering. I was cowering downstairs with Sylvie.
I just ask you to spice things up for us?
Pretty much.
Warming them.
Must have been hard for you seeing him there.
Oh, yes. I've had a great view. From the roof, out of the bathroom window, in my dreams.
A bitter cringe. It hurts. You look to the lieutenant. He takes a small step closer.
You called us, the RCM.
Yes,
Jackpot.
I made it. And I would appreciate it if you didn't tell everyone. In
Hey,
Martinez,
Alan.
They call it
I need
snitching.
to make it get rotated. We're having some crazy breakthroughs here. The rape allegations were false. My man's was he was security detail for Wild Pines, and he got lynched for it. That's fucking crazy. They shot him, stripped him, shot him, hung him. Oh boy.
Reporting crimes is confidential in
Oh.
Haversham, miss.
Thank you for the 14 bits, Alan. I can't believe this is a crazy. Like, we were struggling for a minute there, and then things picked back up here. It's pretty wild.
Because I couldn't handle it anymore. None of these people called. He just kept hanging there. Then they started stripping him.
The voice was disguised. Did you...
I didn't exactly disguise it. I just muffled the mic and nicked the landline a little.
It did how?
With nail clippers. And I diverted some radio fuzz into it. Into the cold wire.
You were right to suspect there might be foul play involved with the broken phone line.
And in process, you broke the landline downstairs.
Did I? Fuck. I didn't mean to. I had no idea what I was doing.
Jigsaw falling into place. This is satisfying. Good catch. I appreciate the symmetry.
Suspect this? Wow, Nerdbird. Enjoying? I would say I'm enjoying this game a lot. I'm trying to take the approach like I'm an actual detective solving this case. I'm not trying to be too, like, I don't know. I just want to solve the case. This is crazy. Someone was just shot, stripped, and hung in the backyard of this fucking terrible town. God damn. This game's really good. I like it. The writing, the voice acting. I don't know. Let's punch that kid. I think this game can be enjoyed. Definitely. It's not a happy story, but it's one of those, like, gritty, like, fucked up detective cases where, like, there's not really a good guy. And those stories are always really interesting because that's when it's, like, morally gray and, like, what do you think is okay under your own, like, what's your line? Where do you draw it? Morally gay? That's what Nerdbird is. I'm not gonna punch the kid. I go through all the trouble.
I don't know, sir. It was stupid. I was drunk too. I was probably afraid the union was listening in. Locals say they have ears in the wires.
Thank you for making the call, miss. It was the right thing to do.
I didn't want to, sir. But if I hadn't, he'd still be hanging there.
What can you tell me about him? Name, eyes, age?
I'm sorry, I can't do it. Not right now. Later, maybe. I keep seeing him. Like he is now. I can't talk about his... I don't know. Hair.
I know it's difficult, miss. We can return to it later.
Thank you for telling us all of this, miss.
She breathes a silvery sigh of relief and weariness. The air on the roof feels humid.
Should we head by downstairs, officer? We may have things to discuss there.
Oh, yeah, we should.
As he says so, you feel the young woman looking at you and get a feeling you can't quite put your finger on. A suspicion? Wait a moment.
I have something else before we go, a little thing.
She nods. Silvery cigarette fumes disappear into her mouth.
What is your name, miss, for the record?
Clausier Amandou.
And where are you from?
Vredefort, Republic of Oranje.
Wasn't the tattoo on the hanged man an Oranese map of the waterways? The thought begins to form in your head, then dissipates. Something for later.
What do you do, miss? What is your specialization?
Something stupid.
What's that?
Oranese lit.
Oranese lit?
Oranese literature. It's what I studied at the university.
What is Oranese literature about?
Fear of failure, fear of death, how it sucks to be Oranese. All national literatures are... Only the name of the nation changes.
If that's true, then Revacholian lit would fit you like a glove.
Oranese lit. What do you do with it?
Nothing. I do nothing with it.
How do you make money, then? Money is very important. No, we just say cool.
It's not very cool, but what can you do?
Can we take a look at your passport, please?
I'm afraid you can't, officer.
Why is that?
Because it's buried in a sealed plastic bag at an undisclosed location on the coast, along with cash and airline tickets.
Thank you for your candor. Why?
They say so in your tourist brochure. Keep travel documents away from your person when west of the river.
How do I know you've told us your real name?
If I were to lie to you, I would come up with a more mainstream name than Clausier Mondu. It's a weird name.
She seems to be telling the truth, sire.
Okay, then.
Okie dokie.
If any of this made her nervous, it certainly doesn't show in her expression or her movements.
How old are you?
I'm 28.
What is Orange?
A bad memory, officer.
Understood, miss.
It's the past. People can't go back to the past.
Thankfully, it's implied.
Thank you. That's it for the record.
The record? So official.
I don't... do we have anything that's... We can come back to it. It's a white check.
Soft, light brown eyes look back at you, directly into the space behind your eye socket.
Yeah?
You see the smoke rise from between her painted
Oh my
lips.
god.
She's beautiful. I have bad news for you.
What?
You know these guys?
Yeah?
Who? Me? Yes, you. He's talking about you, you boring stiff. You too.
No.
Me? What did I do? These guys are compromised. She's got them singing along to her tune. The little bleeps and bloops you trust for info. You can't trust them anymore.
Oh, fuck. Oh my god.
Believe it.
Which ones exactly are affected?
There's no way of knowing. At the moment, I'm afraid it's best to assume.
Fuck.
All of them.
Oh no.
Bullshit, man. I ain't compromised. Especially that guy. That guy's the most compromised one in here. No fucking way, man. I just want a drag of that sweet menthol Ziggy. Really? Quick. Tell me what's under her jumpsuit. Glory, truth, softness. Protect her. She wants you.
Oh my god.
I take it back. He's got it pretty bad. But this next guy's on another level entirely. She likes you. The crown head is a boring condom. He's jealous. This is human nature.
Oh no. Ronis. The ad break hits now. Now? Okay, quick. Yeah. Okay. We're gonna take a little break here. Well, yeah. We're gonna take a little break here. I'm gonna cry because I forgot to boot up the, Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. We're gonna boot up Intro Fighters while we wait, and I want you all to duke it out. Here we go. Here we go. Okay. Okay. Bezos break. We're having a little Bezos break. I'm sorry, everyone. I don't want anyone to miss this. This is crazy. We just learned our entire fucking brain is compromised right now. We're under the illusion that this lady likes us. And clearly, that is not the case. Something is wrong here. I need to get to the bottom of this. Oh my goodness, I just got punched the shit out of. Battle of the Lickies. This is crazy. Insane. We're getting to the bottom of this. Someone will be licked. Apparently it was me. Hi, Rory. We're in a little ad break right now. Yeah, it'll be over soon here actually. So let's I'll swap back. All right. Everyone should be back. Wanted to say hi. Well, thank you for stopping by and thank you for following. Hope you have a good night. It is time It is time to figure out how we became compromised. How did this happen?
How it always does, through subtlety.
What can I do?
There's nothing you can do about it. You are how you are, and she is how she is. Things will go as they do.
Can't you turn them normal again?
No.
What use is this, then?
It's better to know you're being played than to be played without knowing it, is it not?
Does this mean she's been lying to me?
Yes. Mr. Thespian here has been singing paeans to how truthful she is. She is a lady, most fair and just.
Oh my god, they're all down bad.
In his defense, to reduce him to such inadequacy, she probably had to employ half-truths more often than outright lies. That is correct. And omissions too.
Can I trust that guy?
A little. They're all still of limited use, interpreting things to the best of their ability. Maybe they add flair or something. I wouldn't know. I don't add flair. But when it comes to assessments of character and factual accuracy, they are not to be trusted. Not with her.
Can I trust any of them ever again?
Don't be melodramatic. You can trust them.
Just
not with her.
What is her plan?
You can't draw a sound conclusion. The one who usually does says, she may want to control the information rollout, not to become a suspect. She may have a past she's escaping, unrelated to this case. You doubt it's something truly insidious. See? It's oddly moderate, probably compromised.
Yeah. Let's get
Don't
back
worry.
to it.
It's only been 4 or 5 seconds. You've got this.
Ooh. Miss, are you manipulating me?
The silence broken. She exhales a little cloud of smoke and says,
God, no.
Oh no. She totally is. Let's turn to this later,
Why
miss.
not? I'll be here until 11 p.m., drinking coffee, most likely.
Mazovian socio
Communism.
0.000% of communism has been built. Evil child-murdering billionaires still rule the world with a shit-eating grin. All he has managed to do is make himself sad. He is starting to suspect Krasmazov fucked him over, personally, with his socio-economic theory. It has, however, made him into a very smart boy with something like a university degree in truth. Instead of building communism, he now builds a precise model of this grotesque, duplicitous world.
Wait, so I now get left-wing dialogue options that give me +4 EXP? This sucks. This is garbage. Useless. My god. So what actually happened? So Ronis, we succeeded on a legendary skill check that had like a 17% chance to pass on volition. And we already had the itching feeling that something wasn't quite right. That was the volition check. And that volition check told us that our other senses were compromised and simping for the pretty lady. That she's somehow manipulating us. Just don't know how. Logic is compromised, but like, okay, so they're compromised, but they're also like, they're not completely untrustworthy. It's like, it's more like there's a little bit of truth, but it's being downplayed quite a bit. Like, they're on her side of the arguments, and they're not letting me know everything I should know. And so she's definitely hiding something. I don't know what. I don't know why. But she is. And she's manipulating me somehow. But we don't know. And I don't think we're gonna find out anytime soon.
Looks like we have more to discuss with those so-called Hardy Boys. Half their reasoning just went out the window.
Think this will make them cooperate?
Nothing will make them respect the RCM. but it will disrupt the game they prepared for us. We just stripped off one layer of whatever it is. Her decision to not corroborate their story was definitely not part of the plan.
Why did she tell us all of that?
What else could she have done? Lie? She saw there was no way to lie and get away with it.
I'm not sure she had to lie. I wouldn't have known.
If not you, then me. It was a smart move from her.
I know she's manipulative.
So you said to her, what did you mean by it?
She has half my skill set compromised singing her a tune. My assessment of her are untrustworthy.
She seemed forthcoming to me. Unusually so. Being forthcoming with some things is a good way to obscure other things. But I wouldn't call myself compromised.
Well, I am, anyway.
I am not easily swayed by young women. But on the other hand, the best liars are candid. And she was candid. Anyway, we should move.
Okay, so
I suspect our investigation
Kim's in
will
on
bring us
it.
back soon enough.
He's like, I'm not saying you're wrong, but I'm not saying you're right either. It's like, she could have just told us the truth, or she's lying her ass off and we don't know.
The same small, heavy door. No lock in sight.
I don't know. It is not the first closed door we found in this building. There is also your mysterious blue kitchen door. I don't know. The further we get, the more this building seems to be tied to the case. The vigilantes, the cadaver, and a number of people connected to the case are in or around this building. This door is part of it. It's not unimportant. I don't know. It is not the first close. I don't know. The vigilantes?
It's barred from the inside. You hear the bar rattle in the
Interesting.
brackets. Sounds like it's heavy, too. Very sturdy.
Interesting. Okay. Well, let's go talk to the Hardy Boys. Things are about to get a little spicy. Thank you for the cheeseburger,
you
Grey
again.
Wolf.
What is it?
Hey, buddy. Hide me. What kind of pie is it? Oh, it's gone. Klaus says she wasn't raped.
Fuck! I knew that fucking whore couldn't be trusted.
For the record, Titus Hardy did not explicitly specify the victim as a whore, nor did he say anything about trusting her.
Oh, shut up and stay out of this, Liz. He raped her. He was out of his fucking mind. You have no idea.
She's just in denial, asshole. You don't understand the traumatic experience. She's shutting down, and she doesn't fucking trust you.
Yeah, she's crazy, you know. A crazy bitch. You know the type. She's fucked up.
This is a diversion. Stay on track.
Crazy, what are you talking about? She was very lucid. Cut the bullshit, she told me the truth.
Lawman, I'm at the end of my goddamn rope with you. I fucking told you not to push her. And you went and pushed her. I am gonna fucking
hit you. Duck.
Titus Hardy!
Success. Titus backs off. Fists down, everybody.
Wow, I could have ducked. I could have dodged that.
Everard personally sent me to take care of this. If this goes south, we'll all be in the shit. But you, Titus Hardy, are going to be buried. Am I understood?
When she's angry, she emphasizes the S. It gives her voice a strangely hypnotic quality. Her lips barely move as she speaks. Frankly, it's a bit terrifying.
It's a bit terrifying.
Someone has to rush in to break the tension. The second in command.
Look, Copper. We know that that fuck was a rapist and a killer. We got him confessing to it on tape. Show it to him, T. What's the harm, right?
Here, jerkwad. Listen to this shit. And then come back and tell me the soldier of the apocalypse was an innocent man.
This is their last play, this tape. Their story is in tatters, a mess. It might be nice to listen to, but at this point, you don't need to.
Why should I care about the tape? You lied to me.
You don't care about evidence. The fuck are you a cop for, then?
Pigs, T. They don't care about getting the truth. They care about getting convictions. They are fucking keeping a score on their bulletin boards.
I won't be on your bulletin board. If you don't listen to the tape, we got nothing to talk about.
There's a lot of questions. If you ask them now, they'll just keep bringing up the tape. Listen to it, and they'll have nothing to hide behind.
So where can I listen to this?
I'm sure we can find a tape player.
Where can I listen to this? Why don't you try shoving it up your ass, genius?
Yeah, play it with your ass, cocksucker.
I'm sure we can find a tape player. It's not a problem.
Your room had one. Or maybe it's too broken.
Don't forget your tape, lawman. Compliments of Titus Hardy.
Fine, I'll listen to it.
You do that. Oh, and keep it. Maybe you'll need a reminder of human ugliness someday.
Okay. Well then. Much as I would love to crack into the contents of this tape, we've been going for over 3 hours now, and I'm gonna call it. We will